age now where she's asking questions. So he was like trying to figure out how to tell her. And he was like, well, it's kind of similar to like an F boy. And she was like, oh, Bati boy, right? And she was like, this dude in my school named Cole is a Bati boy.
Whoa.
I was like, this is the lesson that you teach my kid as you drive her to her Christian private school.
Yeah.
Listen, gotta keep it real at all times.
Hope she doesn't get expelled. Let's start there.
Well, I told her to not repeat what you hear, because there are times where I keep it real with her. You know, we gotta keep it real with our kids. We can't shelter them too much.
You didn't hear about that.
I keep it really real with her, and I have to tell her, listen, what happens in Vegas, this house stays in Vegas.
It's good. It's good, Sam.
That is crazy.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah, that's
welcome.
That's tough. That's tough. Yeah.
These kids, man. It's.
But when he said it, she was like, "Oh, okay." She didn't flinch. She didn't make faces or nothing. She was like, "Oh, okay, no problem. All right, cool. I put that in my notebook."
Yeah. How old is she?
She's 11.
Yeah, she definitely know what a Bati boy is. She definitely knows.
Yeah. So apparently, this little boy at her school named Cole is a Bati boy. I don't know.
Yeah. I bet he is too. I bet Cole. That name sounds like it's a Bati boy name, but Cole is.
Hey, listen, you gotta get the lessons, and I'm glad that my husband is there to teach her those lessons, because she's gonna need them.
Absolutely.
Look, listen, and look, I told her not to say it at school unless she has to. Well,
only use that part when you have to.
She gets
right, you gotta keep it loaded on the side, and whenever you gotta shoot.
You got another school in mind, because she will get expelled.
No.
Rob. I mean, you might want to, man. I hear CMS is decent.
Absolutely not. She would not be in CMS school. I would homeschool her before I put her in CMS school. Hell no. To the no.
Shout out to CMS though, man. They're doing some good things over there, man. Let's yo.
Georgetown Comprehension. We call it Georgetown Comprehension.
Yeah, y'all already know what it is, man. It's Wednesday, man. It's the Guys Podcast. With right now we got the skeleton crew. We got people that are coming on. So I'm gonna go ahead and shout out all the folks out there on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Blackjack TV, Channel 199, Bobby Blackjack, come through, and all our loyal listeners out there, 1 Mile High Radio. Glad y'all tuning in tonight. All our partners is in the background, people that's been rocking with us for the longest time. YouTube, Facebook. Another Wednesday, y'all. Yep. Another Wednesday. So yeah, hump day. What's going on in the world, man? What we got as far as trending topics? Anybody got something they want to start us off with?
Well, apparently this is let's just have your thing all over the Instagram week, because all these fellas have been just uploading things by accident all over the internet. I mean, we have Little Fizz and his mushroom, we have Nelly and whatever he's got going on. Like, they have been accidentally uploading it to Instagram for the whole world to see. And a part of me feels like it's not on accident. Like, but I mean, I don't know, fellas. Let me ask y'all this, because I can't relate. Y'all gotta be real confident to be doing that, right?
I mean, these guys in the industry, man. So they live by different rules.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They creeps in the industry, man. So they just, you come about Lil Fizz and Nelly. These guys are like, this industry stuff. They live by a different set of rules, man.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what kind of weirdo challenges they got going on over there, and I mean, they share girlfriends and wives and stuff. I just never understood that part. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, well, she was my wife, and now she his wife, and then she gonna be my man wife next year. Like I'm not really understanding that at all personally. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But this is the type of stuff that they do. Like, you know, they'll have a nervous breakdown. Some of them, you know, like, oh, the people ain't like my song. I'm quitting Instagram. I'm deleting all my social media because they didn't like my song. Like, you know, we see it happen with Trey Songz when they tried to do the new Power. Yeah, I mean the new versions of Get Rich or whatever, and you know, he really like deleted his old social media because we didn't like the song. I'm sorry, you know, just
what
it is what it is.
Hold on, Mark. Who deleted their whole social media?
Yeah, Trey Songz. He did this a few years ago. Remember when 50 Cent tried to insert the Trey Songz version of you know what I mean, Big Rich Town, and it didn't work. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was very upset about that.
You know, fuck him being upset, man. I'm wondering why. Why can't people take L's nowadays? People are not always going to like what you got to offer, like what you're doing.
Right.
Get better. Fix. Like, God damn. This motherfucker deleted his whole Instagram over that shit.
Yeah, he went for a little bit. So that, you know, you got to step away for a little bit so they can forget it, and then you come back.
Yeah.
And like Kobe said, soft.
Yeah, but
exactly.
But this is the type of stuff that some of these industry people go through, because I'm just like some of them are very thin-skinned and they can't take, you know, whatever the criticism is. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that this is. I think it is very important that them in particular need to have thick skin when it comes to internet, when it comes to Instagram, the internet, and all that shit. Because regular motherfuckers like us, I mean, we put some shit out there that people don't like. We might get clowned for a little bit, but these mugs, we may have, some of us may have 1,000 followers. These motherfuckers got millions of followers. So out of millions of motherfuckers, you gonna have motherfuckers that follow you because they don't fuck with you, and they can hide behind the safety of their fucking internet and get at you. So you gonna have that. So I think it's really, really weak.
But you know what? Sometimes you may think that it doesn't bother you. Like, yeah, I can handle it, and you may even have told yourself there's gonna be some bad comments that you're gonna get. Just deal with it. It's okay. But it's really different when it's like 20,000 people talking crap about you.
Well, all I know is, you know,
it still bothers you.
Unless you like that brother from a few years back in Oakland, you know what I'm saying, who was like a rapper or whatever, and you know this guy was going in on him, right? And then he got his IP address and then showed up at his door. Like, you know, I was just like, yeah, that really happened. He's just like, look, man, I'm just trying to do my thing, man, and you fucking with me, man. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm gonna beat the brakes off you, you know. And the bull really was scared. Like, the bull like didn't want to come out the crib, and I understand why. Like, but I mean, I'm just saying, you know, like, look, sometimes you gotta, if you get roasted on social media, you just gotta take it. You know what I'm saying? You know, or something. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is.
Yeah, you just gotta take it.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing else you could do. What you gonna do? Find an IP address of everybody that says some shit to you? That's crazy. Who got time for that?
Shoot. Apparently, I mean, that guy in Oakland had time for it.
Mental illness. Listen. Here come Leo and his shit. Mental illness.
He got a lot of fucking time on his hands if he can find an IP address and go see somebody.
Right. If you posted something crazy to a stranger, mental illness, let's not joke about that. But I'm just saying, like,
ain't no fucking
you
mental illness.
Have to be going on crazy up here to be
ain't no mental illness.
Ain't no mental illness. I think I've been saying that in this city for the last 2 or 3 years now. You know what I'm saying?
It's all normal at this point.
So y'all just crazy to the motherfucker up there for no reason, Mark, is what you're saying. I mean, so Philadelphia out of everywhere, y'all just fucked up for no reason up there. Because you can't play the mental health card. I mean, ain't nobody in Philly got mental health issues. They just wild up there. I like it. I love it.
You go wow.
For no reason.
You gotta know how to deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Are you impressed about what strangers say? That's mental illness. Man, let me tell y'all get way too much. Mental illness is being fucking overused, yo. Like, every time somebody do something crazy that people disagree with, motherfuckers call it mental illness. Some people are just insecure. Some people just do fucked up things. like we give way too much passes to mental illness. Ain't nothing wrong with that motherfucker. That motherfucker don't like being talked about. He's soft. That's like Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis unfollowed Snoop because Snoop said he's soft. So he got mad at Snoop and unfollowed him on Instagram.
That's bitch ass Snoop right there. That's
Damn, what's that nigga like? What Mark just talked about? He did, the song you did, the remix you did for the 50 Cent show was whack. It's okay. It was fucking whack. What you getting mad at before? You make great music. That's how the fuck you famous. That's how you made money. Millions of people love your music. All your shit not gonna be a hit. Like Stack said, you took a fucking L. This shit was whack. 50 took that shit off, put the original back on. Let this shit fucking go.
That's it. Moving on.
People don't like to be criticized. That's it. People just can't handle being criticized. Ain't no mental illness. Motherfuckers is soft mentally, emotionally, and shit. Just emotional creatures. I ain't gonna say the B word.
So
emotional creatures.
Okay, so let me ask you a question then, since you said that. If that is the case, if somebody needs to say something to you, and you already know you're not gonna like it, they already know you're not gonna like it, and you know you need to be told something. You know it because people be knowing. I ain't gonna give nobody the benefit of no damn doubt. You know when somebody gotta say some shit to you, and when they about to say some shit to you and it's coming, you feel it. So when they get butthurt about it, it's all right.
What you mean?
We just moving on. If somebody got something to say to you, and you just can't take it, it's all right. It's all right to be called butthurt and emotional.
Yeah. It's not mental illness. Motherfuckers don't like either be criticized or talked about. Period. Some people just can't take it. It's not mental illness. You know what I'm saying? That's a fucking insult to a motherfucker that got schizophrenic, bipolar, got a fucking mental. Got a variable in their fucking head that really not fucking meshing well because they really got to take medicine that got real shit. We are insulting motherfuckers that schizophrenic, bipolar, the wide receiver that played for Denver Broncos. They are diagnosed. They have real mental illness. They have real shit. When your brain is not processed, is not calculating. When 2 + 2 is equal 5 in your brain, that's mental illness. Every time somebody do something dumb, or do something crazy, or commit a crime, this is not mental illness. Some motherfuckers are just stupid. Some motherfuckers are just crazy. And some motherfuckers are just sensitive. The motherfuckers that don't like being talked about by strangers, they're fucking emotional sensitive. That's it. And another thing about Nelly. All these females talking about Nelly, this nigga, blah, 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 blah. And if Nelly pull up, all y'all fucking him still.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Well, the ones who chase celebrities, they're still doing it.
All of them fucking them.
Yeah, I mean, all them ones who show up at those VIP parties and they at the club. Guess what? Nelly step in there. He going home. You know what I mean, with whoever he want in there because that's their environment. That's his environment. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Sam, you're not available. What are you talking about? I said everybody is available. Rob, what are you talking about?
Right.
Females, Rob. Come on, Rob. Talking about females.
Yeah.
Female. You know what? I forgot we got certain motherfuckers watching the show. Rob, I didn't like that you said that about me. I guess I got mental illness. The fuck out of here. My bad.
And man, he gonna block Rob. And we block Rob because he hurt Murphy. Yo. Hey,
you creature, Merv.
What else we got to hit our wire? I want to ask Mark, but I'm afraid what he's gonna say. But what you got to hit the wire, man?
Man. It's not too much going on. It's not like too many like extra stories that's like happening. It's just like the normal shit. You know what I'm saying going on. So I'm just it's a little peaceful over here. I'm happy about it.
Peaceful in Philly? Shit. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, just like peaceful for Philly, like not peaceful like as in the word peaceful, like just so peaceful for here. You know what I'm saying?
5 people got shot last night. Got it. Let's go. Hey yo, Hey, Sean, you brought up something earlier, man. I think we need to hit on it a little bit, man. This Joe Rogan situation, man. Hey, yo. Hey, yo, Spotify. I know a lot of people use Spotify, man, but they got artists that's leaving Spotify, man. You got Neil Young, India Arie, I think there were a couple other artists that pulled all their content off of Spotify because of Joe Rogan. Originally, it was because Joe Rogan was putting out misinformation regarding COVID and the vaccines and all that shit. But apparently, I did not know Joe Rogan was out there just using the N word all willy nilly. They gotta put they strung together with this. This nigga said nigga more than Merv does. So
they definitely dug that up. Like, you know what I'm saying, and put together a whole stream full of clips. Like, yeah, I mean, they definitely did that.
Hey, Merv, they string it together, so it sounded like a nigga was saying nigga.
You know what I'm saying? It was like a whole song. It was like a whole N-word song. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy.
But he is I mean, I guess they're going to label all of his content now because people are profiting off of misinformation in this day and age, and that's why. And y'all see it in our group. There's quality update and all that stuff when people put out misinformation or fake news or false news and shit like that. But I'm wondering who's going to end up leaving Spotify next. Of course, he made his little apology about using the N-word, but I mean, why was you even using it? Like to me, the misinformation shit is obsolete. It's secondary to Joe Rogan, you know, just using the N-word all willy nilly. Y'all think more artists are going to follow the lead of Neil Young and India Arie and things of that nature?
Only because it's a trend.
I'm with Leo. You fake surprised. I'm not surprised at all.
Only because it's a trend right now, man. They knew Joe was saying this stuff for a long time. People that follow Joe Rogan, Spotify gave Joe Rogan a big bag to come over there.
Absolutely.
And this is not like something that happened overnight. This ain't something that happened the past month or year. Joe Rogan been doing this for years, man. Yeah. So people acting like, oh, I can't believe he did this. They know what Joe Rogan did. Joe Rogan about this for a long time. That's why they gave him the bag. He's like a shock DJ. You know what I mean? He's no different than a Howard Stern. Like, those guys are shock DJs. They just say things to shock the people. They get their streams up and they get the shock and awe. So they can't be, you know, they really cannot be surprised by these actions. What happened was when Neil Young went to Spotify and gave his grievances, they listened because Neil Young had a lot of friends. A lot of his friends are people like in the Beatles, and you know,
he's a big deal.
You don't realize he got a lot of people in high places.
Absolutely, it ain't higher places than Joe Rogan.
That don't care about no Joe Rogan. They'll get him out of there.
That's the only way. That's the only reason Spotify put pressure on Joe Rogan. It wasn't because India Arie or anybody else. It was because Neil Young went to the Trump cards and said, look, I got the ace of spade right here. I got the big joker and little joker. I'm going to play every last one of them until y'all make some things happen. So that's all that's about, man.
But the practices of Spotify is not new, right? If you've been paying attention, even when Joe Budden left Spotify, he's talked about how they're not really giving a bag and how the new bag they offered him was an insult, which is another reason why he left. And people talk about how you don't make a lot of money from streaming. Also, this is not new information. Right. So this was all just happening. Even with his Planet of the Apes comment that he made, that was a video from like 10, 11 years ago. So this is not anything new. And he's been on Spotify for that long. So this is something that he did the beginning. So he's always been doing this.
But the thing is, though, like I'm gonna say like this, you know, in media, it all works the same. If you want to take somebody down, right? They done fucked up somewhere, and we're gonna find it and we're gonna put it out there, right? You know, now here's the whole thing, you know, here's the whole thing about, you know, with the vaccine, you know, whatever side you on, right? It's just like, okay, that's your opinion, right? But don't be trying to get others, sway others to agree with your opinion if it don't align with our opinion. And that's the way they do this vaccine thing all the time. So it's just like, you know, guys get crucified. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shoot, we seen what Kyrie Irving went through. He got crucified for months. You know what I'm saying? Because he's doing what he thinks is right for himself. So this is where, you know, this issue is at. So it's just like, all right, well, Joe Rogan doesn't agree with, you know, what the country, you know what I'm saying, and the president stance on it. So we'll just find some dirt on him, and then we're going to pull it up. You know what I'm saying? Which they did. But Spotify is kind of like, yo, man, we invested over $100 million in this dude. We ain't throwing them off either. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of, I mean, and I'll say one more thing about this, right? This is the same thing that happened when Tom Warner was dragged through the mud for having, you know, for being the parent company to Death Row Records back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Death Row was making so much damn money. It's just like, well, shit. I mean, we got to stay with it. We ain't getting pressure for content. Now, eventually they moved on after a huge settlement between them and Interscope happened, but they wasn't giving up at first, because when a lot of money at play, you know what I'm saying, people don't get just cut down because there's a lot of money at play. That's just the way it works.
Joe, here's what I want to make very, very clear. Joe Rogan isn't being attacked because of his views on the vaccine. He's being attacked because he's putting out for the misinformation. If you're not going to get the vaccine, I think the vaccine shit should be absolutely dead. I don't even like talking about the vaccine thing anymore. But when you're putting out, there's money in misinformation. Ever since 2016, there's money in misinformation because people are mainly going to follow the news that they agree with. So they're going to be drawn to shit like that. That's why you got people out there that's dying for taking home remedies and shit that they hear somebody famous say, hey, take this and you'll be good as far as COVID. Next thing you know, the motherfucker dead. The family want to sue the person that put out that news. So it's not because he disagrees. It's because people are upset that he's putting out false information and misinformation. That's what
right. Not the N word, not the Planet of the Apes conversation.
No,
COVID situation.
You know what I'm saying?
None of the other stuff that he's doing is getting him this much attention.
No, you know.
Misinformation, giving misinformation about the vaccine, that's what got people looking. Not the other stuff. What he's saying about us and our people don't mean nothing. They could
that never does, but it's like, but it's put out there to make them look bad. You know what I'm saying? Like that card always is going to get played to make somebody look bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we don't like what he's doing, and he got this shit. We putting it out. They do it all the time.
Now, Mark, I do agree. They probably put that out there so they can get more black artists to leave Spotify. I do believe that. I mean, that's. Yeah. I guess that's the card that they decided to play, man. You know, what else we got? What's been hitting? We got anything else trending really this week?
Snoop just took back over Death Row Records. I don't think that's really big news because Death Row Records haven't been Death Row Records since 93, 94. So, I mean, if that means anything, he got Death Row Records back. So, yeah.
I just like, you know, and is he going to have time to actually do something with the label? I mean, Snoop is in everything. Like,
he got an album.
I'm like, man, you know, is he going to have time?
I think the album coming out this month. He has an album coming out this month. So we're looking forward to that. I heard some snippets off of it. Sounds pretty decent so far. So he got some stuff coming out. I think he's going to release the album on I want to say at Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Everybody think he's dropping their project. I know Mary J is dropping her project Friday. You know what I'm saying? Friday or Saturday or something like that. I think Friday. So everybody, you know, is lining up. I think it's this Friday and the 22nd. And a lot of people are dropping it, you know, because Kanye's headlining the 22nd with Donda 2. So, and there's a few other artists that are dropping music on the 22nd as well.
This month is big. So, I mean, that was big news today that I saw on the wire that he did acquire. He reacquired. But he acquired Death Row Records. It's all. I don't know if he has the masters or anything like that, but he has the record label at least. And again, record labels right now is pretty much a dead business right now. You know what I mean? So we'll see what he do with it, man. But
for startup artists, it's kind of like it's really, you know, well, I mean, the business is just different. It's like, yo, you get a hit record, then you can come talk to us. Till then, we ain't putting no time into you. You gotta do all that shit yourself. You can come to us for the financing part after you get a hit record. If you get a hit record, we can talk.
Yep.
Yeah, but just like what Leo mentioned, like signing to a record deal after all the information that comes out about record deals, if you're signing to one right now, it's only because you want, I don't even want to say exposure, but maybe the machine, because you can pretty much, if you're able to build a fan base on your own, you really don't need to sign with the label. People sign, there are benefits to signing with the label. It's the money, it's the machine, it's the marketing, it's all of that other stuff. But if money is your goal, then you're not going to get it by signing to a record deal, because they're going to take a good chunk of it, and whatever they said they offered you, you pay back. All of that stuff, all of that marketing, everything else, that stuff is not free.
No. I'll say like this, like, you know, it was an interview that Russ did on the Breakfast Club, and he was just like, man, you know, he like, instead of go to a record label, just go to a bank, get the bank loan. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, this is my financials, this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? And then you work out something with them. And then it's just like, if you need to pay something back, you know, with the bank, you know what I mean? They always had the structure in place, you know what I'm saying? Without all the extra shit that the record label would charge you for, you know what I'm saying? And you could just do the shit yourself. So I just like, that was a great interview for any artist trying to get into the game. And I actually understand how it works, because he kind of broke it down pretty clear. It's better to deal with a bank, you know, your bank that you've been banking with, you know what I'm saying, over a record label.
Right.
But then that deals with credit and stuff. So if I'm with bad credit, then the bank can't help me.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, but I'm just saying, I mean, well, he's young, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, you know, and he's already made some bags on the side just doing his thing. So I'm like, you know, I'm just like, man, he ain't even have time, you know what I mean, to torch his credit yet. You know what I'm saying? You know, you make enough money, you could pay all that shit, you know what I mean? Whatever you got to do, you can get that shit in line, but you still got to be smart enough to do it. But I'm just saying, the way he was explaining it made sense. It's just like, yo, a record label ain't really nothing but a bad bank. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's it.
Yep.
Damn, that's profound shit right there, man.
Damn, $2 million. Bank ain't loaning you that. I'm actually. But what kind of loan is your bank giving you to start, for you to start as an artist?
I mean, shoot, it's like, if you already kind of doing your thing, right, and you've made money, and I mean, you know, like for Russ' story, he actually really made money on his own before he even went to the bank. But he got fucking approved though for whatever he got approved for. But I'm just saying, if you going into a bank and it's just like, yo, man, they see like a few $100,000 sitting in that account, yeah, they gonna want to do business with you. It's just like, shit, well, he getting money. We see the returns. We see what go into that direct deposit. We see the checks that come in. They gonna want to do business. They not gonna turn somebody away that got a few $100,000, and they didn't turn him away.
Mario, how many rappers you know gonna have 100,000 that's in a fucking bank? Most rappers that got 100,000 is dirty money, is drug money, and shit like that is hustling.
No, I'm just saying,
ain't too many startup rappers that's gonna be able to go to a bank and try to get like.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, right? If you've been rapping, putting out your own projects, right? Your own money, you know what I'm saying? You've already did all of that, right? And you've done it over and over. Just because the public, the world don't know you yet, don't mean wherever you from in the neighboring, you know what I mean, area, you know what I mean, for to know you that you ain't getting no money. I'm just like, man, you know what I'm saying? You see it all the time where it's like, that motherfucker really getting money, but you look at his grind, you know what I mean? He got a merch line, he got all type of shit going on. Yo, some of these guys know how to be on their entrepreneur shit, and they're doing it well, and they got a good team.
Yeah, but those are more anomalies, man. You make it. You talk about like it's so easy. Like most of these rappers don't have the ability just to walk into a bank and be like, "Yo, I need to get this loan." They don't even have the credit.
It's not,
and you still got to prove, how you earning the money.
It's not like, I mean, for you just walking in the bank. It's almost like, I mean, a bank that you already been doing business with. You know what I'm saying? And you build relationships and shit like that. Like the young boy from Philly.
Nigga, this ain't the 70s when you can do a handshake.
But what I'm saying is, but see, you don't really get it though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's a young boy from here, Pound Side Pop, right? You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker been putting in work for years. You know what I mean? Now he's 22, but he's been rapping and doing shows and shit like that since he was like 15, 16. So he's able to build that money up, you know what I'm saying? Where he's actually getting legitimate business deals and able to have marketing partnerships and shit like that. Like it do happen if your mind right, you know what I'm saying? You could do it. You know what I'm saying? How you think Chance the Rapper, you know what I mean, got to where he got?
It's more of
the same shit.
Chance the Rapper had money behind him. He was not a broke rapper.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you start out though
hungry. No,
but what I'm saying, you start out from somewhere. You don't get to that shit immediately when you start. I'm saying you build your shit up like anything else.
All right, yeah, we getting bogged down with this one. So, let's go on into the main topic. We're gonna have
Stats, can I say this one last shout out real quick?
By all means.
Let's not forget the fact that the kid, the FedEx worker out of Brookhaven, Mississippi, DeMontario Gibson. We gotta put a spotlight on that situation because they were trying to get him. 2 white males were shooting at him in Brookhaven, Mississippi. He's a FedEx driver. He was delivering a package out there, and they tried to do the remember how they ambushed Ahmed? I think it was Ahmed
Arbery.
Arbery. So they tried to do the same. It was a copycat type of situation, but they didn't get a chance to get him. They didn't shoot him. They didn't get him. They shots were ringing at him, but they didn't get him. Those guys got locked up. But guess what? They're out on bail. They're already out on bail. I think it's 150,000. So let's put that on the radar, man, because that situation is starting to grow as well. FedEx got this kid on I think on an unpaid leave right now.
What is
an unpaid leave? Yeah, because he don't want to go back to that neighborhood, to that area. So they put him on an unpaid leave. It's just a nasty situation, man. I did some work out in Brookhaven a couple of years ago, Brookhaven, Mississippi. It's rough out there. So put that on your radar, man. Pray for that kid.
Is there a sun downtown?
What's that?
Is there a sun downtown?
It's not a sun downtown, but
it's Mississippi though.
It probably should be.
It's nasty.
That's all the fuck you need to know is Mississippi.
It's nasty out there. It's nasty out there, man. It's in the bowels of Mississippi. I've been through there a couple of times for work, but yeah, it's a nasty area. But yeah.
Wow, Sam, that's
the sad thing about it. It's not getting global attention, or it's not getting the media attention.
It's really not.
It's not at all.
It's really not.
It's a copycat case of what happened to Ahmaud.
And he was driving. He was driving the FedEx.
Driving the FedEx. Yeah, driving the FedEx and delivering the package. And they tried to get him. They tried to cut him off. It was a son and a father. Tried to get him. They shot and they missed him.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
They got locked up and out on bail. So yeah.
Was it? What part of the day was it? Do you remember?
It had to be during the day.
It was in daytime. Yeah,
it had to be during the day.
Well, FedEx and UPS, some of them serve deliver all the way up until 7. And
you gotta be a bold motherfucker to damn shoot at a fucking delivery driver in broad daylight.
Yeah, it's in broad daylight.
Right, like
yeah, I know.
Lord, go do something.
I'm tracking.
No, it's straight up racist Klansmen that's trying to kill black people.
Yeah,
the only definition I got for how the fuck they get bailed. That's what I'm tripping off of. Now they out.
They out there, and the only reason I'm tracking it because I had a situation out in Mississippi. I'm not going to get into details about that for work, but I had a case in Mississippi a week ago, and there was some weird stuff going on out there.
Yeah,
and that came across my desk as well. So just it needs to get more attention.
Got you.
Yep. So yeah, that's it.
Why people always bringing up race though? You know?
Right.
Shit happens, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit happens, man.
Absolutely crazy, man. So we're gonna go and get into the main topic. We're gonna have Tina B, and I think Taylor is coming on. We'll bring them on a little later. We'll switch it up a little bit different tonight. We're gonna talk about respect, loyalty, integrity. We'll talk about these values and which one which one do you which values do you value? And this is we're not talking in the sense of man versus woman, well, man versus women, a man and woman relationship. We're talking about friendship circles, collaborations, dealing in groups. Preface to this is, we are a group. We are the Guys Podcast, and we got a lot of shit that goes on behind the scene, prepping these shows and shit like that. And when you're working in groups, you got strong personalities and things of that nature. Everybody ain't always going to be aligned and shit like that. So, this is going to be an informative piece. Hopefully, we all learn some shit about each other tonight that we didn't already know, and hopefully, we can inspire some folks out there. Y'all know how we try to do.
Yep.
So, here's where we're gonna go. Here's where we're gonna go first. We're gonna talk about loyalty, and then I think we're gonna spend a long time on this one because I want to define what the dictionary definition is of it, and I want everybody to pretty much tell me what loyalty means to them. But the book definition is, the quality of being loyal, a strong feeling of support or allegiance. Now, Mark, and I'm not asking really for a definition, but what does that word loyalty means to you in particular?
Man, it's kind of like, I'm like, but loyalty, man, it's just somebody, really, they riding out for you. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be honest with you, whether you want to hear it or not. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, man, they gonna be there for you. It's not that y'all ain't gonna get into y'all shit, because that can happen too. But I'm just saying, that somebody is gonna ride for you. Just like loyalty is like, like you fighting your brother or whatever, and then you go get something to eat afterwards. Y'all really could be walking, got blood all over your face and shit, but that's still my brother. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, man, it's just, you're going to just go through the fire with them, but y'all going to come out on the other side, all right? So, you know what I'm saying? That's what loyalty means to me, you know what I'm saying? And, when somebody, you know what I'm saying, they walking a little sideways, you can't really, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? You ain't really rocking out how we rocking out, you know what I'm saying? That's disloyalty, you know what I'm saying? And it can't be tolerated, but you got to deal with it with your family.
You mean like people that's like scheming or, doing
because I'm gonna say like this. It's one thing, and everybody knows people like this, where it's like, yo, this could be your man's, your favorite cousin, whatever, right? Now they might do other people who ain't in the circle dirty as hell. But it's just like, nah, y'all my people. You know what I mean? I don't get down on my people like that. But the other fools, I'm getting down on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Beg, borrow, steal, whatever. I'm gonna do all of that. But you know what I'm saying? It has to be like, when there ain't no loyalty in you, that means you just on your own side and that's it. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you even see even a little bit of that behavior, you know what I mean? You got to get from around them, you know what I'm saying? Because they're going to cost you, and they could cost you big. So, you know what I mean? You don't want to do that.
Cool. Okay. Good stuff. What about you, Cuzzo? What does that word mean to you?
When I think of loyalty, I think of somebody, and I see the note, so this may come up again later, but when I think of somebody that's loyal, I think of somebody with integrity, right? I think of somebody that's going to tell you the truth, that's going to stick by you, that's going to be honest with you. We all heard loyalty to a fault, meaning that you stick about somebody and it really doesn't benefit you. But loyalty means that you've made a decision to stay where you are at that moment, to stay there, and you're willing to deal with whatever staying there comes with. Like, you don't sway with the wind. You're not going to leave. You're not iffy. You're not, questionable. That's a dependable person. That's when I think of loyalty, that's what I think of.
All right. Cool. Sean?
Yeah, I agree with Becca. High level of integrity, man. Loyalty, the word loyalty speaks for itself. It's loyalty. I think that people use it loosely nowadays. Because I think people misunderstand the definition of loyalty and what it really means, and how it, relates to just, not just being friends or just, being work companions or what have you. It's just a lot of stuff, man, that I think Mark even mentioned it as well. Just being able to have a loyal sense of ethics. You know what I mean? It's like, it's almost to the point where if you put it in context of principles, right? If you don't have a strong principle or moral compass, it's hard to develop loyalty towards anything, or towards anyone. You know what I mean? Because you're always going to have an ulterior motive. You're going to have a motive to do something that's going to be unloyal to a situation, and it's hard, especially nowadays, especially in the workforce. It's hard to be loyal in the workforce because you got to make money, you got to feed the family. So, are you loyal to your family? You loyal to your job? Like it's a balance you have to have when it comes to loyalty. So, different levels and different flavors of loyalty.
Okay, cool. What about you, Murph?
I don't think integrity and loyalty go hand in hand. I don't think loyalty and ethics go hand in hand. If I take loyalty, people choose what they want to be loyal to. And I think loyalty is someone that has earned my trust, where they're going to have my back, hand in hand. Like I could be loyal. Like person A could be loyal to person B, but person B might not be. But he might not be loyal to person C. So I think people choose who they want to be loyal to and what they want to be loyal about. Like if I cheat to get through college, I'm not ethical. I didn't show integrity, but I can still be loyal. So I don't think it goes hand in hand. But yeah, my definition is trusting someone that's going to have my back through whatever situation that I may endure.
Got you. And see how, and if you can see, it means something differently for each of us. As far as I'm going to go into the next subtopic because it kind of goes into what we're talking about. Does loyalty have limits? Let me give this a little bit of context. One of my leaders from the military, she told us one time, one of the best leaders I had in the military. She said, because loyalty is one of core values in the military. She said the military. She said that do not try to play me on loyalty when you get yourself in a situation that I can't morally back you on. And case in point, let me give you a bit of an example. When we out there in the military, recruiters, the people that you put in the military, they are off limits. Whether you're single or married, they're off limits. You can't sleep with them, this, that, and the third. Happens all the time. And people get caught. It goes to your command. Now, one of your leaders who they may rock with you, they may go through the fire with you. But are they not being loyal? My question would be for this panel, are they not being loyal if they don't go to bat for you for violating that policy?
I wouldn't say no, because their loyalty to you as a friend or coworker doesn't trump the situation that y'all are in, right? There's a higher position than the relationship. Like if me and you work together and I'm doing something completely against the company I work for, you work there also, I get caught, I get fired, and I say, yo, you got quit too because this company ain't worth shit. And you say, nah, I ain't quitting. I didn't do the wrong, you did. Am I now able to say you're not loyal to me? No, because us being related doesn't go over the rules that we are under that situation. So no, I don't think that person isn't loyal for not sticking by you if you broke a a larger rule. It makes like there's levels, so that rule is a level above the relationship that you have with that person.
And that, if that's your peoples or whatever, y'all, kind of, I mean, y'all good. You know what I'm saying? I think if y'all good, like that person ain't even gonna put you in that position. If the person puts you in that position, y'all supposed to be good. Y'all ain't really that good. You know what I mean? So it wasn't really no real loyalty to begin with, because once he got caught on some shit, then he just like, yo, can you help me cover it up? You know what I'm saying? Like, and risk, for what you got going on, that shit ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? So I just like, you don't put nobody in no catch-22 like that. I mean, we've all been there before, with somebody that we thought was good. You know what I'm saying? But you don't do that to somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, when it happened to me, it was just like, yo, like, all right, even though it's like, yo, I'm gonna help you get out this situation, but after that, I don't rock with you, boy, because this shit nutty. Like,
okay, well,
that was it.
Well, check this out. Go ahead, Murph.
So this question: does loyalty have limits? I don't think loyalty have limits, and what it is, people like I'm seeing like Sam saying people saying loyalty is overrated. Loyalty only goes so far. So you can't let people that's manipulating the word loyalty make you don't like the word loyalty. It's not the word. It's not the loyalty that's fucked up. It's the people that's fucked up that's trying to use loyalty to manipulate the situation or manipulate you. It's totally different things. You got to be able to separate the loyalty in front of people that's fucked up. Loyalty ain't overrated, all right? Because let's say you go to jail, but I won't get on the stand alive for you. But I tell you, but you go to jail, every time you talk to your kid, every time you talk to your significant other, I'm making sure they got money, I'm making sure they taken care of, making sure your kids staying out of trouble. That's me showing loyalty to you by making sure your fam is straight. There's different ways to show loyalty, and I think people let other people try to use loyalty to manipulate the situation to make them turn them off from loyalty. So I don't think loyalty have limits, but you have people that will try to manipulate you using the word loyalty. That's like saying trust is over limit or integrity is over limit, because people will use trust to try to manipulate you. So just because somebody use a certain quality to try to manipulate the situation, that doesn't minimize or belittle that quality. Is that person.
Right. I can understand that.
Yeah.
But then that goes to what Leo's saying about being selectively loyal, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I said earlier, you got to people choose who they want to be loyal to.
Yeah.
Hold on, Murph. I was going to bring that up. You said people choose who they want to be loyal to.
Yeah, everybody's not loyal to everybody.
So, but to me, the way you say that, as far as people choosing who they want to be loyal to, would that be situational though? Like, okay, let's just, for instance, like, Merv, if you kill 5 people tonight, and you need me to help you bury the bodies, am I being disloyal?
If you say no?
Yeah, if I say no.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, why would your man, for real, put you in that position? Like, you don't do that. You don't do that. You don't put your man in position to do no time, man. You ain't supposed to do that.
And really
cool.
quick, y'all. Let's go ahead and welcome a new member to our panel. We all know who she is. What's happening? We talking about loyalty, but Kendrick Lamar is gonna be on later. But anyway, Merv, you said, I'm trying to get a full understanding. You said people choose who they want to be loyal to. Wouldn't that be based off the situation, like the situation as far as the character? What?
No, I don't think it's a character thing. It's like, in my opinion, loyalty is one of them things. It does have to, like, trust got to be earned. Loyalty gotta be earned. I could be a trusting person, a loyalty person, but this is me. If I don't feel like it's gonna be reciprocated, I'm not gonna give you my loyalty. If I don't think you the type of person that's gonna give me your loyalty back. And that doesn't like you said, it doesn't automatically mean if I do some crime, you're gonna do some crime. I'm not talking about that, but loyalty, you choose who you want to be loyal to. You're not gonna be just because you're not loyal to everybody, it doesn't make you an unloyal person.
Okay, I can agree with that, but did you say something that made me think of something? So you're saying that you won't give loyalty unless it's reciprocated. So do you also understand or agree that everybody is capable of different things? Not everyone is going to be capable of the same things you're capable of. Do you agree with that or no?
I think so. I'm not exactly sure what you asking or
So
saying.
because that made me think of, because I hear people say this all the time, right? And I am a very much an advocate of any type of relationship needs to be equitable for both people. They both need to get something out of the relationship. Co-workers, any type of relationship, all types. There's something that's equitable for both people, right? So if you then say, not just you in particular, but if it's said that I'm not going to be loyal to somebody if it's not going to be reciprocated, then that means face value, that could just mean selfish, right? I'm not going to give you something you're not going to give me. And that's just that. But everybody is not capable of the same level of loyalty that you may be able to give them, but they can still be loyal to you in whatever they are capable of, at their capacity. So if someone is not able to reciprocate exactly the level of loyalty that you give them, are they not worthy of it? And if that's the case, what you being loyal to me does what? What I'm not giving you my loyalty if you can give it back to me. But what the hell is your loyalty? What's so great about your loyalty? You know what I'm saying? Like people can think that also. Like, okay, great, but what's so damn good about your loyalty that I gotta match your loyalty or you ain't gonna give it to me? Like, ooh, like I'm gonna die if I don't get it.
Yeah, I think I feel like you I understand what you're saying, and I didn't say reciprocate exact what I do. I just said reciprocate loyalty. If I feel like you're loyal, and when I say that, meaning you have people, you have what you call users. All right.
Yeah.
That would take advantage of your loyalty, and they're not reciprocating it. You have people that take advantage of your generosity and not reciprocating it. All right. So that doesn't mean you have to.
What is your gauge for reciprocation? Because if they are loyal, just not as much as you would like, does that mean that they're still not loyal?
It depends. It depends on the situation.
That's what I thought. Depends on the situation.
Like for example, I use generosity. Like let's say I'm able to, I got a friend, and let's say I make 500,000. They make 60,000. All right. Let's say we get some. I forgot my wallet, but he's able to lend me $60 to get something, etc., etc. Mm-hmm. I'm able to lend him $600, but he still show me generosity. Be based off of him. No, that's not matching the same generosity, but he still show me generosity. Same thing with like loyalty. You don't have to be the exact loyalty, but I need to feel that you're loyal to me. It doesn't have to be the exact same. But with your ability to be loyal, whatever your situation is, I need to feel that you being loyal. Because
Go ahead. I'm trying to bring Tina in here, but go ahead, finish your thought, please. I'm not rushing you.
Because that's just how people get taken advantage of.
True. Tina, we're talking about loyalty, and do you think loyalty have limits?
It depends on the person, honestly. And just like what Becca asked Merv, like there's different levels of loyalty. There's different kinds of loyalty. You got people that are loyal financially. You got people that are loyal streetwise and things of that nature. People that are loyal to friends more than family, vice versa. There's different kinds of, like, let me bring it back in the day on some street shit when we was young, right? You got those friends that you know gonna fight for you, but you got a friend that don't fight. So if you get into a situation, you're gonna be mad at that friend that don't fight. You know that friend doesn't fight.
Yeah, they could just be bitch made.
Shut up.
Yeah. It might be somebody that, hey, I ain't with the throwing hands. I'll do anything else for you, but my hands ain't like that. My hands ain't like that.
I have a friend who does not fight. So we knew that about her, but it was a group of us, and there was friends that felt like, I don't care if you don't fight. You should fight. Like somebody got jumped, your friend got jumped, you should be in there, period. But then there's some people that understand like she don't fight. Like you can't get mad. We know this about her. And that plays a part too. Know your relationship with the person.
Mm-hmm.
Know that person. I can't get mad at if I know I'm about to go to a fight or I might get into a fight in the bar, why would I invite that friend? Knowing that friend is not going to be able to fight if something pop off. Why would I put in that situation? Why would I play myself?
You got to take them somewhere nice where you know there ain't going to be no fight. Yeah, you got to take them somewhere nice. You know what I mean? They don't fight over here. We good.
But then you do have friends that you know fight. And then when shit pop off and they don't fight, it's a problem. Now I'm questioning you. I'm questioning.
But see, sometimes you got to separate shit. Like if you got a friend who's a straight live wire, right? I mean, they on go. Like this just who they are. This who they gonna be. You know it's places you can't bring them to because it's gonna be some shit. You know what I'm saying? So
let me tell you this.
You gotta put everybody in their element, and that's it.
Anybody that knows me knows since I was young, I'm a fighter, right?
Yeah.
I did have a friend who everywhere she went, it was a fight. Even if it wasn't our beef, it probably was her beef. But we was there, ride or die. Next thing you know, we wearing certain things because we know, like, okay, if we go to this party tonight, we might fight. So let me wear a jacket that I don't mind losing. Let me wear stud earrings, blah, 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 blah. I turned 18 and my dad got me my first car. And she caught me at 3:00 in the morning for a fight, saying that she was at a party and she wanted me to come out because she got into a situation. I got up. But my dad was in the living room. I wasn't creeping out the house with the car that he bought me at 3:00 in the morning.
Facts.
So I ended up not going. I spoke to her cousin. It was one girl, a bunch of, you already had your cousins and stuff with you. You didn't need my extra body to be there. But it's not like I didn't try. Do you know our friendship ended behind that?
Because she didn't think he was loyal?
Yeah. Because she ain't think I was loyal. So it's not like I intentionally did not show up. So you just used me because you know I'm a fighter. You wasn't genuinely my friend to understand my situation as to why I couldn't come and fight for you.
Man, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm still trying to get past the call me at 3:00 part, and I'm already asleep. Like, or doing whatever I'm doing. Like,
right, and
don't call me at 3:00. It better be about some money or you need bail money, but it better be something along them lines for you to call me at 3:00. Shit. In the morning.
But that friendship ended. But you know what? Sometimes it's good for that friendship to end because I felt like the world got lifted up off my shoulder. I was tired. I was tired of going out and fighting. I was tired of her fights. I was tired of being loyal.
They got places for you and your friends team. It's called UFC. They got a lot of great female fighters. You might want to get paid for your skills. I
was tired of being loyal. Sometimes Stacks, you could get tired of being loyal because people, like Murph said, abuse your loyalty.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Sometimes, man, shoot. I'm trying to tell you. Teen should just like before she walked out, looked in the mirror and just be like, I don't really have to really be doing this. I look all right. Like, I'm a pretty nice looking chick. Like, I shouldn't really even be doing this shit anyway. I'm gonna call her back and tell her I ain't coming. Like, shit.
Right. I'm not sure if any of you have watched Shine on the Drink Champs, right? Shine on Drink Champs. Of course, you know Nori asked him about that situation in the club. And Shine said that he only did that because he was loyal to Puff. That's where him going in there and be like, I'm gonna do whatever for whoever for Puff because that's who I'm connected to at the moment is what got him in trouble. And if he can go back, it would be something completely different. So sometimes, yes, you are loyal to the wrong people or loyal to a fault, or your loyalty gets you in situations that you should not be in.
Because Puff definitely not going to reciprocate that motherfucking shit.
Absolutely not.
And sometimes you have to go through those type of situations to realize that your loyalty was not appreciated.
But then this goes back to something that me and Merv have mentioned before in other pods about vetting people. This is where you have to learn how to discern and give relationships time before you end up saying, I'm going to be loyal to you no matter what. If you are not fully informed of what that no matter what can entail. Because if you're loyal to a hothead, you already know that loyalty is going to include you getting into some shit that you shouldn't be in. If you're loyal to somebody who is done with money, then you know that loyalty is going to mean you're going to have to spot them a $20 or $40 whenever you can or whenever they ask because they won't always fuck up the money. But so you have to know the people that you're loyal to in this situation. This is why I asked Merv that question. What does that loyalty come with? If I'm being loyal to you, what does that mean?
You can know somebody for 10 years, 15 years, and you won't know their loyalty to an extent until you're put in certain situations. And some people have never experienced certain situations. Some people haven't experienced a close friend being locked up and you got to help them do their bid or take care of their family. Some people have never been put in those situations. So years could go by and you're still learning someone's loyalty.
Okay, I
think that's right. It really gonna come down to whatever situation you and that person is in, and then that's when everything gets tested right there. You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna see where you line up with the person, where they line up with you, and that's it.
But then if that's the case, if you're always learning, then that goes back to what Leo's been saying this whole time. Then loyalty is pointless. If I'm always going to have to learn or always be watchful of you and all the things concerning you, engage whether that's going to make me loyal to you or not, then I'm going to never be loyal to you because I'm never going to know everything.
Well, it's a situation.
Is trust useless? Is trust pointless?
No, I'm just giving nuances because this is a really layered situation a layered topic, loyalty.
But I would say like this, right? Look, but think about it, right? Becca, Stack, Sean, right? Y'all are all married, right? Y'all had to go through some shit with y'all spouses. Y'all mean to be like, yo, this the motherfucker I'm gonna be with. This motherfucker is loyal. And all of that, y'all had to go through that shit to, get to where you at. You know what I mean? Or unless it was a business arrangement and somebody got flown in from out the country, I don't know. I'm guessing that's not the case. You know what I mean? I'm guessing it was just like, yo, you know what I mean? This motherfucker rock with me, I rock with this motherfucker, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking.
I know me. That's it. I know who I am. I know I'm loyal. That's all I can speak on. Like if I don't get it back, I just don't get it back. It doesn't change me. I'm just like that. I just know me. I can't speak for anybody else and their loyalty back towards me. It's just, I know me in my heart. But I do have people watching the show that are watching it on TV, so they can't comment. So they text me and someone said, you're only as loyal as your last loyal action.
Last loyal action?
What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, I don't even
like that's like people saying you're only faithful as your option. So
yeah, that sounds like you only give what you do for me lately.
Yeah, like the last loyal situation is your caveat to where you gauge it.
Okay.
They're responding, but go ahead.
Sean, I feel like I asked you this like 30 minutes ago, but does loyalty have limits?
I don't think it. I mean, everybody pretty much.
I shouldn't have said that, man. My bad.
Oh, real quick. They said what they meant by what they said was you could be loyal today and not tomorrow.
Okay.
Situation.
That's what anything. Like it's almost. That's what anything.
It's anything. Yeah.
That's you know what I'm saying. Like Leo like I can trust somebody I'm not loyal to. You can also be loyal to somebody you don't trust. Like all this shit is earned. Trust is earned.
That's not the drug game. Ain't the drug game loyal to people you don't trust?
You know, a lot of stuff.
No,
a lot of stuff is earned.
Dante nobody.
You can't be loyal to somebody you don't trust.
Hey, you know, I don't think so. I think you just.
They said so. It's situational for some, so you never know how loyal someone is till they're not.
There's plenty of people that's been loyal to their significant other and they don't trust them, but they will not go out and do them wrong. They will not go out and fuck somebody else. There are plenty of situations where people are loyal to somebody that they don't trust.
This is true. This is true.
Yo, who is Leo? Is Leo one of y'all mans? One of y'all mans?
This is true.
You
know what I'm saying?
I'm waiting for Sean to answer.
They're loyal to people they don't trust because that is just instilled in them.
Oh, my bad, Sean.
To be a loyal person.
Oh
yeah,
go ahead, Sean. Go ahead, Sean.
Go ahead, Sean.
I forgot it. I lost it. I lost it. No, there's no right or wrong answer to this, man. Like there's been no right or wrong answer to loyalty, because loyalty is fluid, because people change, so your loyalty would change. You know, like Nas said, man, love changes and thug changes, and best friends become strangers. You know what I mean? Queens get the money. But it's one of those things where people change. So as people change, your loyalty meter may go up and down. Like my loyalty is for one to my mother. She gave birth to me, so I know that's unconditional. My allegiance to my mother is unconditional. My allegiance to my daughter, my wife, those things are unconditional, right? So allegiance and loyalty are really one and the same thing. It's really one in one. So when you think about loyalty, you're talking about what you are aligned to. What's your allegiance? Where does your allegiance lie? And again, you can have friends out there where you may be aligned with this person straight up. They're your allegiance to them and everything. They do something foul, man, I can't mess with that dude no more. I can't mess with her no more. So now your loyalty goes away from that. Like Sean said in the interview, he was like, at that time, he felt like he owed Puffy. So he took the rap because his loyalty to Puffy was because he owed Puffy, because Puffy got him out the situation that he was in. But after Puffy kind of shitted on him and got a different lawyer and all that stuff, that loyalty that he had evaporated. So again, loyalty is really fluid. You can have loyalty today, lose it tonight, lose it tomorrow, whatever. But you have to you can't, like Murph said earlier, you can't get caught up into the minutia of the word loyalty, right? My allegiance again is with my immediate family. That's my allegiance, because I know it's unconditional there. Friendship is not unconditional. Friendship, it comes with a burden, because it's not unconditional. Anything can happen with friends. Friends become strangers really quick. So that loyalty will dissipate really quick. So that's my thing, man. I don't think
trust and loyalty does go hand in hand. What is this nigga talking about?
So then you see what Sean just said, which makes a whole lot of sense. Mm-hmm. What do you do with your friends? Yeah. If they could come and go in the loyalty, because here's the thing where I feel like loyalty still stands, right? Yeah. A friendship could end and you don't got to turn around and start kicking it back in, right? Yeah. You don't got to turn around and start telling all the secrets that they've told you and everything that you ever known about them. That's still being loyal. Even though the friendship is over, your loyalty or your secrets or your secrecy to them to keep their whatever you know about them with you is still you being loyal to that person.
I agree with that shit like a motherfucker. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then you can have a friend that, okay, y'all not friends no more, but you still, if they family need you, you there. If they kid need you, you there. God, even if they need you.
Yeah, and I mean,
and to pick back off what
they could be in a jam.
I'm done.
Some people got the nerve. Some people got the nerve to cross you and then get into a situation after the friendship is over and still reach out to you because they know who you are and how genuine of a person you are, and you will still help them and still go about your business like they don't even exist after you help them.
Well, everybody's situation is different because I'm be honest with you. I got some friends that I'm more loyal to than some family that's straight 100% blood. So I don't think, to me, loyalty is not a blood thing or a family thing. Loyalty is a loyalty thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I got some family members that I won't trust more than some friends. The loyalty and trust thing is not. I don't look at it as a blood thing. Is a family member could be your blood and don't have your back. And this is your back more so than that family member. Loyalty is whoever, to me, is who reciprocates that shit. And trust goes hand in hand.
What Rico put up, it goes hand in hand to me. What Tina said. Like, I mean, if I fall out with a friend, it don't matter how long the relationship is, how tight we are. The bodies are going to remain buried. We're taking that to the grave. So therefore, that's why I say I kind of agree with Merv where it doesn't go hand in hand, because if I'm not your friend no more, we probably fell out because I can't trust you no more, but I'm gonna be loyal to the bodies being buried or whatever. That's what I think though. But I mean, to each their own.
And then I'll say like this, like even if you have a falling out with somebody and it's not even so much bad, y'all just on different shit. Like, you know, I know for me, when I decided I can't do the street shit no more. Like, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, yo, we ain't really rock out like we used to. You know what I'm saying? But we was still cool. It was just like, no, Mark, you got some other shit you gotta do, man. You know, you can't be doing this. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was just a meeting of guys that I'm good with, but we just on different paths. Doesn't mean that we ain't cool. We was just on different shit.
I got breaking news, y'all.
A true friend would actually respect that.
I'm glad you brought that up.
You bowing out they wasn't your friend.
I mean, but they didn't hate me for it. They wanted me to do my shit, like, and they did they shit. That was it.
I got breaking news.
What?
South Carolina Senate gives key approval for medical marijuana bill. The House is up next.
Oh boy.
Man.
So now you can smoke it on a curb and not on your porch? Okay.
No, you said medical. You said medical though. You know what I mean? And you say recreational.
I know who's
everybody is
Hey, everybody gonna have a doctor note.
Oh yeah. No, man. I was like, man.
Look at my husband. Look at my husband.
Hey, look at
listen.
Come on to the Met, cousin Rob. To the Met. We can do this shit together.
It's a few doctors. It's a few doctors up here, man. Shit, you give them 200. You know what I mean? They writing whatever the fuck you want.
I guess y'all loyal to that weed.
Hey, y'all, let's see. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Let's stay focused here.
That's script.
Mark, you said something very key, and this is what people need to understand. When you have different paths, because as you grow with people, sometimes you might grow apart. You be on some different shit. There's a support element. That support or allegiance. That's in the textbook definition. Now, if I see somebody I rock with. If I see them moving funny, I see them doing shit that really don't align with my values or my belief, I really can't support that. So in a way, I'm not. I mean, based on the definition, is my loyalty kind of lacking there with them as far as that support and allegiance? By the textbook definition, I would say, yeah, and I don't even think it's a problem with that.
Man, so I mean, and sometimes I'm gonna say like this, right? Now, there's another situation, you know what I'm saying, that I know, you know, happened to people, happened to me, you know, where it's like, man, you know, my man pull up, you know what I mean? He just like, yo, I'm like, oh, yo, we out. He's just like, oh, Mark, can't do that, man. This joint stolen. Like, he had to, you know what I mean? Like, that's cool of him to let me know. Yo, I'm in a stolen car, man. I can't have you rock out with me because, you know what I'm saying? You know, if I get jammed, you getting jammed too. So, you know what I'm saying? It's your choice, but, you know what I'm saying? At least, you know what I mean, let me know. Some people, you know what I mean, they don't even let them know. They just in a stolen car.
That's just like somebody taking away. Now, like Mark said, we're talking about the streets, right? So now we in the streets, we both get locked. No, I get locked up. No, we both get locked up, yada, 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 right? It's a murder, right? I'm not snitching. They not snitching. You gonna let me, I ain't do the shit. I probably ain't even know about the shit, but I was with you after you did the shit. Still don't know what the fuck happened. You got people that's going to still take the weight, knowing that they ain't do nothing because that's their man's. But I feel like a stand-up person would step up and say, I actually did it. My man's didn't do it.
Yeah, that's true. But I was like in TV, y'all mean they'll just let you out. Y'all mean as soon as that story come out, but in real life, they gonna keep you there for a little time. You know what I'm saying? The I lock in their shit, and then they'll let you out after that.
Well, I'm gonna let my mans take the rap for it, knowing that they.
Oh yeah, I feel you. Well, I mean, but you still gonna sit for a few months. You know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that.
I'm telling you this right now. When it comes to prison, that's when my loyalty expire. I ain't going to jail for no. Hey, I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. Don't fuck with me. In no prison, no kind of situation where I can go to prison. I can't do it. I can't do 6x6. I'm dark skinned. I got great skin, and no.
Okay, Mark.
That's debatable, but I ain't going to jail for nobody. I'll go to jail for wifey. But I ain't about to go to jail for murder.
I'm like, man, but
I'll put something on your book.
If people really, if the people y'all mean for you roll with, they really rock with you like that, they ain't gonna let you take that. They ain't gonna let you take that. You know what I'm saying? But if they're not loyal and
I'm about to come home to millions of dollars because I did a bid for you, that might be different.
I'm like, man, I mean, sometimes it happens like that, but I'm just saying,
homeboy.
Sometimes it don't.
Then when Biggie people take the rap because it's like Biggie little big things just get me when I get out.
Yeah, I mean,
and what's the name? Yayo, right?
Well, that was 50 Cent.
Didn't Jay-Z said Bleak don't got to worry about nothing? What Bleak do for Jay-Z?
We still don't know.
We know about.
We still don't know.
There's something. You know what I mean?
That's what he didn't do.
And I'm like,
that
man,
does not have to worry about nothing for the rest of his life. That means Bleak did some shit.
He caught a body for Jay-Z.
The streets need a body.
Nah, Bleak ain't built like that. Nah, Bleak is little man. That's all.
I'm just. I mean, but
okay, Sean.
I mean that's
Jungle ain't built like that. How about that?
He's not shooting no more, which means he got shooters.
Your little homie Jungle is a guard to me.
Yeah, Jungle had Jay in the women's bathroom. Go read that stat.
That's alleged.
Hey, Jay was loyal to that women's bathroom. I ain't getting out of here.
It's alleged. All of it's alleged. I can guarantee it's a Queens nigga that gave that story. Definitely a random Queens nigga on YouTube telling that story.
How did we get here?
Nah, but I mean, but if people go with you, they ain't going to want to see you jam. Like they good with you, they ain't going to want to see you jam. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, even me now, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, when the block hot or some shit like that, they let me know at a time, you gotta stay out of here. That's loyalty. You know what I mean? They don't want me walking in no fucked up situation. So
that's Leo.
I get it.
Okay, so what about if
Sean, keep it coming to yourself. Thank you.
All right.
We didn't need you ad lib on that.
Hey, Leo, you really about to ruffle feathers.
Let's say you had to break some type of line of boundary for loyalty. Like something happened to your friend.
Mm-hmm.
You got this loyalty and trust, but now you got to break it because in order to help them or save them, you got to tell their family some type of secret or something so that they could get the help that they need.
Leo from Queens. Leo got to be from Queens.
Sean, that's Sean being foolish. Stop it. You put the comment up there.
So the only way. Wait a minute.
How would y'all feel about that? If your friend had to, in order to help you, they had to break some line of trust or loyalty and tell a family member something so that they can help you. Get out of a situation.
That's one of them situations. To me, that's one of the situations that is okay, and you still being loyal to them. They just don't see it because they're in that situation.
Like, and this the only way that I can help you. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no other way. You know what I mean, I can do it.
Like, for example, if one of your homegirls is in the domestic abusive situation and they confessing to you, and it'd be like, yo, don't tell anybody. But the last time you saw her, eyes is knotted up, and she's bruised the fuck up, where she's damn near you worried about her. Would she may lose her life? You wouldn't say nothing to maybe one of her other homegirls or a sister or a brother or somebody to try to get out that situation?
And shoot, that's a tricky situation too, because even if that person tell you, like, yeah, you know what I mean, this happened to me or whatever, don't tell anybody, and then you think in your mind, yo, man, me and the homie's gonna run down on Bull, she's still gonna go back with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen that shit happen plenty of times, and I'm quite sure y'all heard of it too. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like she got back with that Bull, we just beat the shit out that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, for doing that shit. She right back with him. So I just like, man, you know, that's a catch-22 situation.
With me, I gotta be a bad guy, because here's my thing, right? If I don't say nothing, and if I feel like it's a life-death situation,
right,
if somebody confide in me and I don't say nothing, I'm gonna be fucked up for the rest of my life, because I'm gonna feel like if I said something, I could have changed that outcome.
Right.
If I say something and it still happens, I'm not saying I'm still gonna feel bad because I lost a friend, but I won't have guilt fucking me up for the rest of my life. That I can't go back and change. Because I have to say, yo, I didn't stay silent. I didn't just let this happen. I attempted. So it's life death situation. Hell yeah, you fucking say something. That's not being loyal to your friend. Loyal is having somebody back. If you tell somebody to try to help save your friend's life, you still have their back. So, for example, you put a crackhead in the rehab, they're not going to like you for putting them in the rehab because they got to go through pain of withdrawal, and they still want that crack. At that time, they're not going to think you're loyal. They're going to be cursing your ass out, but you are being loyal. So it's certain situations where you could be loyal to somebody and they don't think you're being loyal because of the situation that they're in.
Cool. Let's move right on along
to integrity.
Get the horse on. Now we're going to RESPECT. Respect. I'm gonna give y'all the and I'm gonna find out what it means to y'all after that. So I'm gonna go with the textbook definition. It is a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements. Respect. Now that one is that's one of those words where it means respect means a little means something different depending on who you ask. So let's go Tina first. What does respect mean to you?
Should not disrespect me. Shit.
God damn. That's it.
Not disrespect me. To not make me feel less than. I don't know. Like that's what I got right now. It's like, don't disrespect me. But I mean, I could go with the textbook thing too. But I mean, you could respect somebody for their accomplishments, but what about if that's all they got? Their accomplishments. What about if they a shitty ass person in every other aspect?
Mm-hmm.
So are we respecting the person as a whole or only parts of
it says abilities, qualities, and achievements. So it's not just achievements.
You might have to come back to me on that one.
Well, let's do that. Respect. Becca, what you got?
I think admiration is the right word to use, but that's a tough one to describe because we use respect to describe other ways, but how would you describe respect? I I would say that it's it's a level of worthiness that you give someone.
Okay, I like
right?
that.
So it would be I don't want to say pedestal because that's not the right word. But there is I hate to say the word level because that's just overrated, but there is stages to what you will allow that person to mean to you, and that's based on the level that you respect them at. And that doesn't mean that you agree with everything, right? That just means that there's whatever you deem worthy is how you gauge your respect. It's hard to describe, but that's the only way I could put it.
Gotcha,
I actually think the right word which you use is worthy, not levels, because everything the based off the definition, just like what Tina said when Tina said don't disrespect me, and if you talk about somebody that's worth being respected, whether it's their accomplishments or their character, you when people get you telling somebody don't disrespect me, you basically tell them don't talk to me like I'm less than my worth. You know your worth. Like you worth being talked to with manners. All right.
But there's a regard that you give them, though. That's where there's a regard that you give them. That's where that respect comes from, and that regard is it could be for so many things. It could be the way that they may think, the way they may feel about something, the way that they behave. And this is with or without opposition. This is just them by themselves, standalone. There's a regard to give them.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like I think the best word for it is worth. It's just like it's used for women a lot. Like women know your worth, know woman's worth. That's basically saying women respect yourself. But I think worth can be used for men and women. You know what I'm saying? Just like money. You can't get money, but you got more respect. What's it? People value their respect more than value money. All right, because once you lose your respect, it's almost like you losing your worth. That's what people think about you. All right, if they talk down on you, they don't think you worth talking up. If they so I think that's to me, I think that's one of the best way to describe it is what you think your worth is, and not monetary worth. Not monetary worth, just what you feel your worth is.
I see what you're saying, and that's I feel you. The reason I ask that because we're going to have different things from the actual text, and that's a perfect example because like when somebody say respect my space, it's kind of like be considerate. You consider that I'm here and I need my space. Which in sharp contrast to what the textbook definition of for the purposes of
being thoughtful, be mindful.
Yeah, be mindful because treating people with dignity and respect, like we always say, that's not. I mean, that's like just treating you like that's to me. That's being humane to someone, treating them like a human being. Because I mean, you're not going to have a deep admiration for everybody. Like, hey, respect what they're saying or whatever. In that sense, you're just saying be considerate. You know what I'm saying?
That's like respect is an action word. That's something you have to do.
But for the purposes, I just want to see what it means to everybody. For the purposes of the call, we'll go with the textbook definition. But I still do want to know Mark and Sean thoughts. Sean, what does respect mean to you, Doggy?
Like y'all say, man, like you just respect. Like I think about it more of like how do you show the respect? Because by definition, you know what respect is, but how do you show the respect? Like, are you a person that wants respect? Are you a person that gives respect? What does that look like for you? Because respect, by definition, we know what it is, but what does it mean to that individual? For me, I want people to respect me, not just because of my title, or respect me for things I've done for them or whatever the case may be. I want them to respect my entire body of work. You know what I mean? Like whatever, however I presented myself. Like if I'm a respectful person, am I a respectable guy? When I walk into that room, do you have the respect for me at the gate before I even say a word out my mouth? You know what I mean? Like, because it's a build-up thing. You don't just say I respect that person because I respect them. You know what I mean? There are certain actions that have to take place to garner that kind of respect. Certain things have to happen to warrant that respect. Like I'm not going to respect Mark if I don't know anything about Mark. You know what I mean? Because if he's not showing me certain things, respectful manners, that make me say, you know what, I respect that. I respect what he did. Or I can say, Mark is a piece of shit. But I respect the fact that he that he lives in it. You know what I mean? Like he knows that he's a piece of shit, but I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's again, respect is really how you define respect within yourself, in my opinion.
Meaning you gotta respect the truth.
Yeah.
I can't respect the lies. Your truth could be ugly as fuck, but it was your truth and you kept it a buck, and I gotta respect it.
That goes with what that goes with this right here, Tina, what you just said, in my opinion.
Facts, Leo. Facts. Like I know people that I don't even mess with like that. But at the end of the day, I have respect for them. Like we can leave it at that. Like I don't mess with you, but I got respect. You know what I mean? And just leave it at that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I know a lot of people that I've come across over the years, especially in the military, that I don't particularly like, but I respect them.
Absolutely.
And because I respect their qualities, their achievements, and the things that they've done. There may be something that I don't like about them, but that's not going to detract from the respect that I have from them. They may have, because of the character, the way they carry themselves, the way it's something that's inside people that triggers you to say, you know what, I respect that person.
Yeah.
Everybody don't have that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can respect them for other things, but everybody don't have that thing. Whereas, you know what, that motherfucker right there, I got a lot of respect for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't have to like me. You better respect me.
Well, I always said that being liked is overrated.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
Yeah, I'd rather be respected than liked. Murph, did you give the definition of what respect is?
Yeah, motherfucker, me and goddamn Becca was talking.
My bad. Damn. I mean, I know that serious, man.
That sounded a little disrespectful.
That sounds disrespectful. For no reason. Yes. For no fucking reason right now. Damn, that dude called me a motherfucker like right out the blue. Like, damn, I didn't see that coming. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah. But let's move on. Let's move on after all that just happened. Now can you? Now this is going to be a fun one. Can you put ego aside for respect? And I'm saying this in a sense, whereas it kind of goes back to what I just said, as far as there might be a motherfucker out there that you can't stand, like motherfucker got this way about him. Motherfucker always doing this. Motherfucker's annoying. Motherfucker, but I respect what that motherfucker really trying to do. But you have a segment of the population out there that they are so petty that they can't put that shit aside. They can't just say, you know what, I'm put that shit aside. That motherfucker I respect him. Can you put ego aside? Anybody? Go ahead, jump out there. Somebody.
Most people that do that shit.
No, go ahead.
Most people that put the ego aside for respect is due to monetary reasons. Majority of the time,
not always.
I didn't say always. Who said always? Did I say always? I didn't say that. But yeah, most people, majority of people that do put the ego aside for respect is based on monetary, and when I say that, not necessarily meaning like I'm pretty sure all of us have been at a job and it felt like a coworker has disrespected them. You're not gonna go off on that coworker. You're gonna put the ego aside because shit, you gotta keep your salary. You make sure you're able to pay the bills. Shit like that. That's mainly that's what I was getting at. Because a lot of times, if you're not at the job, you at someplace personal, at home, someplace where you're not worried about getting fired or not worried about the consequence. Ain't too many motherfuckers putting the ego to the side for the respect.
Yeah.
Well, this is cool, but I'm just talking about in the sense of, I get what you're saying. I'm not talking about a sense where disrespect takes place.
Yeah,
I'm talking about in a sense where
with the ego,
where there's ego. Like for instance, if you do some shit, Merv, you do some outstanding. If you do some really, really outstanding, super duper shit, and you have some motherfuckers out there that's gonna give you your flowers, but you do got that one motherfucker off to the side. Usually the hater that be like, that shit ain't all that or whatever. I don't even respect that shit.
Yeah.
So you think that can a motherfucker give a compliment?
No. Could you put ego aside for respect? Because men in particular, men have an issue with giving other men, in my opinion, giving other men their flowers, telling them, yo.
Nigga, that compliment ain't that the same as a compliment? When you give flowers, don't you give that's a compliment, right? If I give you a flower, that mean I might give you compliments, right?
We doing 21 questions, motherfucker. I mean, I don't know.
And then you like no, and then you follow that shit. But we need to give each other our flowers.
So basically, this is just somebody that's just hating. Like,
show some fucking respect. That what you do.
Basically, you did something admirable, something did an accomplishment, did something on a job that, or even with your friends and your family, and instead of somebody saying, that's what's up, blah 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 blah, they saying, man, that ain't shit.
Yo, facts, Leo. What I was going to say was, I remember, and I like this question because I remember when I was like 19 or 20, and I remember this sergeant. He was from the Bronx, and we was at the chow line, and these guys. This was during the time when Back That Ass Up had just came out, and I was like shitting on all the rappers from the South, and these guys, they were, in our crew, we were all living in the same quarters in the Marine Corps, and these guys were from New Orleans, some of them from Atlanta. I'm just shitting all over them, like, yo, hip hop is not from down there. You guys are whack. You know what I mean? I'm Timberland out.
Kind of what you do on Monday's show? Oh, okay.
Yeah, sometimes. I'm Timberland out in Nietzsche, Fubu back in the, back during this time, and I'm shitting on their entire culture of hip hop. And this sergeant from the Bronx, and the Bronx is like the birth of hip hop, birthplace of hip hop. He put me to the side. And he was like, yo, son, you can't do that. You gotta respect, you gotta respect those guys and where they're from. You gotta respect, what they grow up in. And he was like breaking it down for me. He was like, you got to get the New York ego out of your head. Like, because you wear Yankee fitted, because you got the Timberland boots, and we know that, hip hop was born in New York. You gotta get that out your head. You can't shit on these guys from New Orleans and from the South, and you got to embrace that. You got to respect that, because again, that's why people from the South, from Southern rappers always say, we don't got respect for New York and New York hip hop, because it was always that situation, right? Like, yo, this is our thing. Like, hip hop is like New York. You guys from Georgetown, hip hop is New York, right? Like, that's how you identified the 90s of hip hop. It was New York. And I'd be damned if like Back That Ass Up or come on radio and I'm jamming to that. You know what I'm saying? So the ego that I had back then was vast, right? So he had to humble me. Yeah, I don't have an ego no more. It's more confidence now.
Yeah. You still don't need a Cheesecake Factory. God.
Yeah, absolutely, Mark. Yeah, I don't have an ego now. I'm just confident. Yeah, I paid them dues. But I had to put that aside, man, to respect
exactly
Rob and where they're from. And when I did that changed a lot of things for me, because I started learning everything about every culture, background, all of that, and it helped me become more well-rounded later on. But I couldn't have done that without putting that ego to the side, to be quite honest. Right, it was about acknowledging them. That's all it was. Acknowledging their existence for the most part.
Yeah, I'm glad you did that, Sean, because I know many of cats that came down south from talking that New York shit, and they was disrespectful.
Yeah.
And they end up getting that work from a Southern boys. I'm just put that out there. Just let you know that.
Yeah,
that's the New York attitude.
Walk into somebody else's territory and be like, "Yeah, fuck y'all territory is where I'm."
Because we so
like,
New York. Because we so New York. That's why.
Apparently, Sean was doing that in the Marine Corps.
Yeah. Stacks Timberland dragging the floor. For real, man. Yeah. But again, like Rika said, it's just really acknowledging people, man. Because ego is a monster for men. Our ego is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Our ego is ridiculous, man. Our
ego as hell.
Yeah. Our ego turns into disrespect.
It do. You know, I can give you something, for that was later on when I first started coaching basketball. And I started off as an assistant. I still coach now, for the youth, right? So I started off as assistant under this guy, but I know the game, or whatever. And I didn't like the way he was coaching because I'm just like, we should be running this. We could win. We could do that or whatever, right? And he was just like, I'm just trying to teach him or whatever. But I'm thinking in my mind, what you trying to lose, right? So when the opening came for another team, I was just like, all right, I'll coach that team or whatever. And I coached them well. But when I played the coach that I came up under, my ego got in the way because I was like, I'm going to kill his team. My team going to slaughter his team, which they did. And I was talking shit like to the coach that I was under, or whatever. But when I thought about it, I was just like, that wasn't no way to act. He was just trying to teach the kids and I'm just trying to get the kids to be the shit. But that's just how I thought at that time. So I was just like, after, talking to my brother about it, he was just like, yeah, you could have handled that situation better. You ain't have to, act a fool at the game in front of your team like that because they're going to act the same way. When they go up or they winning or whatever. So he's just like, sometimes you got to be a little more humble in the situation. I was just like, I get it, man. But that ball, I just ain't like what he was doing with the team. So fuck that. I had to let that motherfucker know, what time it is. But he's like, this ain't the street, man. This is basketball. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, you got to go through shit like that. And like, I think even when I look at it now, people still going to try you a little bit, even if it's a little something small, right? Where they might say a little slick comment or whatever, right? Yeah. You don't have to react on it all the time. Sometimes you just like, you know what? I'm gonna let boy have that. I'm gonna let shorty have that. I ain't even going.
Hey Mark,
I ain't even gonna go there on that.
I'm great at. Hey Mark, I'm great at that.
Great.
I was just like, man, sometimes. Because sometimes
I just ignore them, motherfucker. I just let them feel like they want. They want to.
Because sometimes you gotta let them have it because it's just like, yo, what you gonna do? Go in? Like, because you go in, it ain't stopping. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm gonna let her say a slick comment. That's cool.
No,
you know what I'm saying? But if you react on every little thing, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna have a real problem because, that's how you gonna be on every situation.
Absolutely.
Like, man, you could be going to get some fries or something like that. Yo, motherfucker. It ain't enough salt on these motherfuckers. The fuck you doing? I told you salt, motherfucker. Like, you don't have to be like that. That's what I'm saying.
I ain't beefing up over no damn fries.
No,
I
but
ain't even gonna be at a restaurant complaining about my food. Really.
But some people do shit like that all the time, no matter how petty it is. Like, it just, you know what I'm saying? Like, like I remember going to get gas the other day, and this bull said pump 3 or whatever. Then he swings the door open. Yo, motherfucker, I told you pump 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, the bull behind the counter is like 18. He don't know shit. My bad. Like, this bull really was mad about it. So like, motherfucker, I told you. Like,
okay, in that situation, I would just leave. I've gone to gas stations where I felt like they was racist, and I would pull up first, and then a white person would pull up next, and they would go and pump their gas first. Like, I didn't pull up first. But instead of me saying something, I'll just drive somewhere else and give somebody else my money.
Tina, go on the stage. Tina ain't mention she going to the station, knock all this shit off the counter though before she leaves.
Exactly.
She ain't gonna mention that part.
I mean,
all this shit over.
She turning tables over.
Yeah, but I just like some things, man. It's just it ain't worth your time. So I'm just like sometimes your ego gotta be pushed aside because some shit it ain't worth your time.
Mark, sometimes it's worth your time. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be times where it is. It's gonna be times where it is though.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta let them know, like, yo, don't get it twisted. Like,
yeah,
yo,
man,
I had to call my wife from. I think it was in Belk or Macy's. I don't know. Before I had to go to Dallas, and this African dude that worked there got really snappy with me. You know what I mean? I went to buy the polo boots, and I was like, yo, I can't fit these. I order them online. Can you hit me up? And I just get them right here. And dude got really smart with me. He was like, I told you can go up front. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. I get it. Trust me.
We ain't gonna do that, homie. Yeah.
Oh, trust me. It be like that sometimes. Like I like the last time I was in court, you know what I mean, for my mom and you know what I mean, this John I was dealing with, you know what I mean, they there when I was in court or whatever. But it was like some cop, he wasn't even on my case. It was just some cop or whatever. And my mom trying to get through the aisle, or whatever, and he ain't moving. I'm like, yo, wait, I just came right over there. I was like, yo, look, my mom trying to get through, man. You better swing your legs back or do something. The fuck you doing? I'm talking to a cop like that, but I'm talking to him greasy because it's my mom. Like, the fuck you doing, man? I mean, who you talking to like that? I can arrest you right now. Well, go ahead, fucking arrest me then. I mean, you gonna let my mom through? I know that, motherfucker. The fuck is wrong with you?
Man, Mark, get mad again.
Yeah.
Mark,
my bad. It went there. My bad. I'm sorry about that.
Stuff right after that. When Mark said, "Go ahead and do it, motherfucker," and that cop said, "Say less, nigga. You want to go less? You have the right."
But here's the thing, though, man.
You had to move to arrest me, so my mama got through, like I said she would.
But the judge was cool though. The judge was cool. He's like, no, I mean, everything's cool. I'm like, yeah, judge, everything good. Thank you, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. But that I could have handled that better. You know what I'm saying?
That's probably one of the times you wanted to like put your ego aside. You in the courtroom and
I could have handled that better. You know what I mean?
You probably was in there for some foul stuff. You in there with a John and everything, and your mom might be the character witness, and you need that. So tell them what's going on with that situation. You know what I mean? But yeah. But like Mark said, man, it's not always. You can't fight every battle, man. Like,
no,
I'm 41. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time to be going back and forth on some silly shit. You got to be in my weight class for me to even care that much about it anyhow. Like Loki said, what does a boot have a quarrel with an ant? You know what I mean? So if if it's not in my weight class, I'm not going to tear pitting on mine, man.
Yeah, plus
I think a lot of us do that. Even as Black people, we do that a lot. Having to control ego, because a lot of the times we've been oppressed for so long that when those reins are loosened a little bit and we get some freedom, it's like, you're gonna put some respect on my name, right? Yeah. So a lot of times we, just like you said, Sean, we gotta let somebody know sometimes. Right, be Black every month, not just in February. We gotta let you know that women used to be behind the scenes, but now we own businesses and make more money than y'all. Like, sometimes you have to come out and say it like that, because a lot of times people don't put respect on your name, and that ego that you gotta puff yourself up sometimes. Like, nah, fuck that.
Sometimes you got to remind them. Sometimes you got to make the hair at the back of their neck stand up. Sometimes, and when they talk crazy. Yeah, you just give them that look, like you're about to get real. You gotta let them know that shit can escalate really fast.
But then I think when you're on the other end of it, sometimes you might be in the wrong, and then you might have to correct it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I bumped into somebody at the bar one time, and he spilled their drink and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, man, now back in the day, it'd been like, that's your fault. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, that was like, a little later, and I was just like, yo, bartender, get my man right here and his man right here. Double they shot, get them whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? Hand them like a 50. took care of that, and then I went about my business. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, I was in the wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying?
If we be on this podcast talking, you always made me think about that DMX skit. You know, Pop say you was a little knucklehead motherfucker.
Well, you need to read books. You need to go to the mosque or something. Your eyes all fucked up.
Yeah.
Yo, but moving right along. Let's get to, and now this one is going to be personal. This is the people. You're gonna have to have some honesty. Do you command respect? Now we're talking about we're not talking about we're talking about the dictionary definition of respect. As far as do you feel as though you garner a feeling of deep admiration because of your abilities, qualities, and achievements? Now, don't say just. I mean, this is not just like personal acknowledgement and do you command respect? Do others looking outside? Do you feel as though others see you as somebody that that demand or command respect? We'll go first.
Well, who the fuck gonna say no to that on staff? Who's like, nah, I don't command respect.
If you're honest, if we're being honest, I mean, I mean. If it's 100%, well, say why? Why the fuck? Since everybody, I ain't gonna let Merv speak for everybody because he's being all fucking night, and there'll be a whole lot of fucking profanity and all that shit used. So I'm not gonna let Merv speak for everybody. If you think you command respect, somebody tell me why. Who wanna go first?
Me. I'm gonna tell you why. And this is later in life, right? Of course, we adjust ourselves as we get older, but most of the time when I think people that know me, you guys that have been able to talk to me weekly or just conversing in whatever space that we're in, I think it's easily said that you just can't say anything to me, right? And there's certain things that I'm just gonna not reply to, and there's certain ways that you can't talk to me and I'm not gonna say anything. And I am emotionally aware of myself. So I know when someone is just being playful or whatever, or they really trying to get froggy and they ready to leap. Because I leap too, right? So I know those feelings. So if you're feeling froggy and leaping, we both leaping, and now somebody got to get, the bail money ready.
Well, does that really mean that they respect you though? Or that means, that person is crazy? I don't feel like dealing with that crazy shit.
Well, see, no, I don't.
Now, I'm not trying to be funny.
No, I know you're not. I don't deal with crazy either. I don't have a lot of instances in my life or examples where I had to really get buck with people. There hasn't been too many times where I've gotten into arguments and I had to make somebody respect me or anything. I just think that I carry myself in a way that it's pretty much known. Don't disrespect me. And I think that's because I give grace. So people don't always try me, if that makes sense. So I don't present, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't present myself in a way that you can just say whatever to me, right? Because you already know I'm going to respond. I'm not going to respond in an angry, loud, crazy way, but I will tell you that will be your first and your last time that you do that with me. And I haven't had to do that often in my life because people already see that. So I'm thankful about that, but that commanding respect goes a lot with how you carry yourself. Sometimes you don't even have to command it because you already get it based on how you carry yourself and how you present yourself in this world. So there's a lot of times you don't have to say respect me. People just know to respect you by how you carry and behave. Right. But that's later in life. That wasn't always in my younger years. This has been like 30 and over, even maybe 35 and over.
Your last three statements probably speak for everybody's thought process on that particular matter.
I think it's really like when you look at it, it's not just how you carry yourself, but you know what I'm saying? Like it could be your body language, posture, all of that. So I mean, do I command respect? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I like to think so. Just how I'm gonna carry it. You know what I'm saying? Head held up high, walk straight. You know what I'm saying? Body language cool, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And I'll speak assertively you know, to whoever I'm talking to. So I like to think that, but I want to see other people respect themselves too, and they command respect. You know what I'm saying? This ain't just a Mark thing. This should be a everybody thing. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's certain things that you might want out of life, or certain things you might want to do. I'm like, it starts with, you know what I mean, how you view yourself. I was like, man, now how you gonna talk to that girl? How you gonna get that girl? You know what I'm saying? If you don't even respect yourself, you have bad body language, poor posture, no confidence. How you gonna command and respect? You know what I'm saying? You know, and go ahead and do what you got to do, or get that raise, or get to that money. How you gonna do all of that if you don't command no respect? You got to command some respect out here. And guess what? You know what I'm saying? Even when you told no, you know what I'm saying, or you denied, you still hold your head up high, you know what I'm saying, in whatever you're doing, you know what I'm saying? And that's how you continue to command your respect, you know what I mean, no matter where you go. It don't mean I win all the time. I wish, you know what I'm saying? But guess what? Going into anything I'm going into it like I'm gonna win. Don't mean that I win, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going in every situation, going in there to win. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm doing it.
It's weird how people judge you off of how you look, right? So I could be in my own clothes and walking somewhere and the respect is just there, right? I guess an aura or something. I don't know. But I could look the same way but have on a shirt that says security and be completely disrespected over and over, because it's like, okay, you're a female, you're a bouncer, you don't look like one, I'm going to try you, you're short. So it's either, oh, they see a serious face because I'm not playing on the job, they see a serious face, oh, you mean as hell. I'm not mean, I'm just doing my job. Shit.
Am I supposed to be nice on this line of work? Like the fuck?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got people that when you are doing your job, they're like, oh, you're not all that. You think you tough. Da 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 da. And it's like, I'm really just doing my job. And why? Because I'm not keying with you. I'm not letting you in somewhere free, this and the third. But I could walk into the same place off duty in my own clothes and the respect is there.
But that's projection. That's nothing to do with you. That's everything to do with them. That's projection. Yeah. Sometimes people can just say she's not worthy of this particular position. Most of the time we think of security, you think of some big ass gorilla nigga in the front of the doorway not letting you in places. So that has nothing to do with you, and you still deserve respect. That's all projection. That's
or it could be their bad experience with, you know what I'm saying, you know, with security. Like, man, and I'm gonna tell, I mean, man, and here's the thing, it could be like, damn, I remember I was at this bar last year, this club last year, and I mean, the girl with security, she was kind of fine or whatever, but she whooped my ass because I was out of line. So, you know what I mean, he already mad from the gate. He mad from the gate because, man, now you know what? She even looked like the chick, y'all mean, that whooped my ass last year at the club. She even looked like her. So his night's already fucked up. You know what I mean? And he got to see you all night. You know what I mean? And you doing your job. Oh, man, it's bad for him. Watch out for that motherfucker. Trust me.
I agree, Rico.
Mark could find a way to shoot a shot from the corner.
Hey, man. Hey, listen. Hey, Sean, that's command and respect, man. I hold my head up high and shoot. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's command and respect right there. You know what I mean?
Real shit, Rico.
That's the real shit right there. I think it's more to it, but that is one of those. That is one.
Absolutely.
As far as confidence and just, you know, having that wherewithal, not shrinking in a room regardless of the situation, where you just in there and people just see something in you. Sometimes it's just how you carry yourself, how you articulate, how you talk, how you communicate, and all those things. How you have the ability to maneuver and work well with others and things of that nature. People want to see that, and they're going to be like, yo, I respect that motherfucker like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't even asking for it. You're not even asking for it. It's something that people see in you. It's it's not nothing you really can manufacture. It's something that got to be genuine, authentic, something that is in you.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, everybody ain't got it.
That's quiet. That's not something that you have to verbally say. That's going to be by default because of how you carry yourself. Like it's not until something happens, like an altercation, where you have to say, "Listen, you're going to respect me," and that's not an option, right? And then, you usually don't have to present that in the beginning. You usually only have to say that when something has happened. But I also think you emit respect. You get it back. So sometimes
go ahead,
some people are respected out of fear too, though.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
true. But that's all. But that's also an energy you emitted. So you could put it out there, and then you can get that back. It's not karma. It's not it's not cause and effect. It's just something that happens genuinely by default. You put it out there. If you are respectful towards people, and that's just how you carry yourself, you are going to get respect back more than not. And for those times that you don't get that respect back, then that's when you command it. You have to verbally command it.
But think about it.
You would normally get it if that's what you're putting out.
But think about it like this. Like everybody on here, you know what I mean? Y'all been promoted, you know what I mean, for real, to a better position. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if you was smart or you know the job. If your posture was bad, body language bad, head always held down, you ain't getting no fucking promotion. You know what I mean? That ain't no leadership material. Just because they smart, like, motherfucker, you gonna stay at this position and do what the fuck we tell you. You know what I mean? If you acting like a bitch, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, if you hold your head up high, you know what I'm saying, and you walking and talking and moving the way you need to, yeah, that's the person, you know what I mean, I want to promote because they'll represent the company well. They not doing all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody got no time for no, you know what I mean, not less confident, no confidence person. I don't give a fuck how smart you are. You ain't getting all them promotions unless, you know what I'm saying, you representing the brand well. And that's, you know what I mean, why you get your promotions, because you represent the brand. That's it.
That's a really good point, Mark, because a lot of people think that I'm smart. Some people have that thing where I'm the smartest person in the room, so I should just rise up above everybody.
Yeah.
That ain't it. Just being the smartest person in the room ain't it.
You never know. Like, I mean, you could be the smartest person in the room. You could walk out, you know what I mean, for a walk outside the job or whatever, and your boss might happen to be outside, and then you get into some shit and get knocked out. You know what I mean? Your boss ain't promoting you after you got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? The other bull getting a promotion over you got knocked the fuck out. Like, seriously, it ain't happening.
Okay, that went off the rails there.
I don't know what the hell.
That came out of fucking nowhere. But
hey, man, can't be bitch made out here, man.
What profession are you talking about? What profession are you talking about, Mark?
Fucking Fight Club or something like that.
I'm just saying, like, yo, your boss
out this bitch.
Yo, your boss watch you get knocked out. He's gonna promote the other bull. I'm sorry, like, you ain't getting it. You ain't getting that shit.
What profession is motherfuckers getting knocked the fuck out of?
Man, listen.
Wrestling or UFC.
Yo, I'm just saying, yo, somebody could be talking shit to you and your boss there. You ain't really noticing the boss, but you talking shit and his boy talking shit and he knocks you the fuck out. I'm gonna promote the other dude just cause. Listen, don't let me run no company, you know what I mean, and you get knocked out. I'm promoting the other guy on the spot. You know what I'm saying? Just cause you got your ass knocked out, you know what I mean, in front of me, man. You know what I mean? You ain't taking that with L like that. It's cool. You know what I'm saying?
So Mark, that means you're not in the hiring position right now.
You know what I'm saying? I actually am. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, but I'm just saying, if I had two guys, you know what I mean, working under me, and the ball get knocked out, I'm promoting the other dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
The one that has nothing to do with the job.
Don't matter, yo.
The guy with the pending assault charge. That's smart.
I'm like, look, I ain't doing that, man. Like, I ain't doing that.
The one that got knocked out wins by default because the one that got knocked out is gonna be in jail somewhere.
No, I ain't talking about two coworkers. I'm just talking if you got into some shit on the street in front of me and got knocked out. Like, you know what I mean? You started it. You know what I mean? That ain't showing no leadership skills. You was talking shit and got knocked out. No, get the fuck out of here. I ain't promoting your ass.
Okay, this is called rabbit hole. Doing that.
Mark is triggered tonight, y'all.
Sean, have you commented? Hey, Sean, have you commented or you got any thoughts on this, man?
How can I after that? Like, there's no way to go.
Right, moving on.
All right, let's move on to integrity. Integrity, textbook definition: the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles and moral uprightness. Okay.
I hate that uprightness part.
Uprightness. Okay.
Wait a minute, say that definition again. I just want to hear it. Make sure.
The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles and moral uprightness. It's actually uprightness. I'm fucking up the reading. I need hook to a phonics. Uprightness. Okay.
You need to let everybody else go first. Everybody else gotta go first with this one. Shit.
Integrity.
This ain't for me.
And Murr, what is that nigga defaulting? That fucking deferring. He got no fucking
integrity. Winning and integrity don't go together. You know what I mean? That don't go together at all.
We respect that about you. That was being honest. That was integrity. That was very full of integrity.
That's actually integrity right there. Like
that's integrity right there. He said, "I'm gonna bow out. This is not for me."
Yeah.
We appreciate that, Mark.
I'll get my point on it, but I'm gonna let y'all integrity motherfuckers go first, though. You know what I mean? That's all. Y'all got some integrity over here.
Notice how Mark is saying integrity like it's a fucking bad thing. You know, turn it into something.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a bad thing. Mark is like,
that's good thing. Y'all motherfuckers got that integrity. He treat integrity. He treat the word integrity like it's COVID. Y'all got that fucking integrity, man. I can't fuck with y'all.
Right.
Hey, Mark, what does integrity mean to you? Jesus Christ, Mark.
Mark and shit. I don't know if I said it before, but Mark and shit.
He really is. I think Merv about to freeze. Let's see, holding it. Did Merv freeze? Merv, are you there? Blink 2 times if you're in trouble. Okay,
you might not have it either. You gotta go to the next person.
Merv will be back. I think if I got that, what the fuck is Mark talking about? Look at this video. Y'all see Merv freeze frame right there. So Tina B, what does integrity mean to you?
Go.
There you go.
Let's come back to you. Let's come back to you then. I'll give you time. Becca, what does integrity mean to you?
Yeah, you go Rika some mute Merv.
Right. I'm gonna say my answer is pretty much close to what it means. To be honest, to be unwavering. Integrity means to stand your ground, to be whole. To be firm, right? To confirm and affirm. You stand strong in whatever it is that you're thinking, feeling, saying, doing. There's no gray area with you. It's pretty much that's straightforward. That's how I feel like integrity is.
You know, somebody could be a whole asshole with the definition.
True. But I mean, if
I like
that
the way she worded it
authentically, then yeah.
I like the way she worded it. Maybe I can get into this integrity thing. I don't know yet. I like the way Becca worded it.
You are fucking too far gone.
But y'all hear what Becca said though? The way she worded that, I was like, wait a minute, I got some of that shit.
Mark, you too far gone, man.
Yeah, you way too far gone, bro.
People stand their ground on some whole asshole shit.
Yeah, this is true. Very true.
Yeah.
Like this is what it is, on some whole asshole disrespectful shit. Standing their ground, don't budge, confirm, hard on what they say. That's what it is, and it'd be completely wrong and disrespectful.
But it's honest. But that's how they are authentically. So if that's how they are authentically, that still is, because we always think of integrity as being a good thing, and it is.
Yeah.
But that asshole that is real and honest with you, and whatever fucked up feeling that they have, they say it, and that's just how it is. That's still a level of integrity.
I agree, Rob. I agree. No.
Moral, the words moral principle, strong moral principle. See, My issue with that, I strongly believe in those things. But when you start talking about those things like that, some people look at you with a side eye, like, oh, motherfuckers think they better, blah blah blah. Just because you have strong moral principles, you're not willing to bend on those for anything. And it's not nothing. And it's principles that you hold very near and dear to you. And it's some shit where you're not really cutting corners, you're not screwing anybody over or whatever. But some people just have some things in themselves where they're not going to be about self, they're not going to be self-serving. They just going to stand on their moral principles for the greater good.
I like what you just said.
Yeah, I'm sorry, just quick. Sometimes that gets misconstrued as being difficult, but it's not.
I like what Stack said. Like, as long as you're not offending anybody, disrespecting anybody, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But when you being firm on and it's disrespecting or hurting someone else, no, I don't like that shit.
No,
and that's why some people get. I mean, that's where that lack of respect comes from, because you can stand on your principles or your morals by talking just like this. It don't have to be yelling, cursing, and none of that shit. You're measured, and that's one of those things. We go back to respect. What people respect about you. Like, I might not like what you're telling me right now. Me and you may have differing opinions and shit like that, but you're not disrespecting me. You're respecting me as a person. And we can just, at the end of the day, we can just agree to disagree.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now wait a minute. Yeah, I mean, now go back to that definition again. You know what I'm saying? I just need to hear it one more time.
Before I read it, you still don't have
nigga.
No. I need to hear the definition one more time. I need to hear it.
I'm gonna give it to him one more time. Even though it's going to do absolutely nothing for him. The guilt, the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles and moral uprightness.
All right, now see,
that is you, nigga.
I'm gonna say but see, here's the thing, right? Now, when it comes to the job, you know what I mean? I really don't have none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like most of the jobs I've been on, you had to win. Like, you know what I'm saying? The objective was winning and getting the most shit done. That's the objective, right? So I'm like, look, I'm code switching, you know what I mean, when it's convenient for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of moving and shaking out this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, to do everything I got to do to be number one. So I don't know how the integrity thing works when you're trying to be number one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't work on the job. Not for me.
Mark, you could have pulled the head coach to the side and had a conversation and said, this is my idea or my strategy for the team. Not fuck you, I'm going to the next team to coach and in your face.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I understand that, but I look at it, I'm just like, man, like, you ever see them people who like in them sales jobs or whatever, right? I'm like, look, the job is to be number one and sell the most shit. You know what I mean? If I got to cut your legs from under you to do it, then fuck that. You know what I mean? That's what I got to do.
Hey, Mark, you need to go sell cars. That's what you is. You're a used car salesman. That's what the fuck you need to do. Because the car business is the most crookedest legal business in fucking America.
Man, I'm gonna say like this. When I worked for Nike, I'm like, look, it was no friends, man. Like, look, we got finished number one over here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, the more you finish number one, you get to go to the best cities, you get to go to the best tournaments, stay in the best places. No, y'all motherfuckers is going to backwoods Arkansas. I'm gonna be in Vegas chilling. You know what I mean? Shit, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, ain't nothing else I can do about that. I'm sorry.
Oh, keep that up. Keep that up. Read that, Stacks.
A lack of integrity is when folks are not consistent. With their actions. Basically, saying one thing and doing another.
I like that.
Yeah.
Facts.
I'm glad I'm glad I'm on this entrepreneur shit, because this job shit was wearing me out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Seriously. I was like, yeah. Because you had to do too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't rock like that.
That's right. To shit on me for you to come up as a grimy nigga.
Man. Hey man, Vegas or Arkansas, I'm going Vegas. You know what I mean? Shit, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I gotta do what I gotta do out here.
I cannot with Mark tonight. I can't. Lord have mercy.
Yeah. What you got next?
Okay, this falls in line with I guess.
Oh shit!
Accountability now.
Stacks. You know what I mean? This is the one. Oh Lord.
Well, here's the thing about accountability. A lot of people like to point outward. If somebody brings up something, you got to have the intestinal fortitude to just tell somebody, "Hey, look, man, we need you to do." You're in this if you've been in management or something like that. It's not hard for me. Not because I'm an asshole, but I'm straightforward when it comes to shit like that. Like if you call somebody on their bullshit.
That came out of nowhere.
Yo, but as far as escaping accountability, man, don't you think there are instances out there where somebody do you dirty, right?
Uh-huh.
And you call them on their bullshit, right. And they say, "Yo, this is how you screwed me over," and you go over the whole shit, and their only defense is you're not perfect. That's enough to swing on a nigga if you ask me, man.
Yeah.
Because you're absolutely right, but I hate when people use that to escape that accountability. So let's talk about that as far as escaping accountability. Now, if somebody how do you react? How do you react to constructive criticism? As far as if somebody for you to decide and say, "Yo, look, Stacks, good job on this, but you could have done this." So that's just an example. How do you react to constructive criticism?
I could take constructive criticism from the door. If you're saying it from the door, don't start an argument with me and then try to give me constructive criticism after you done started the argument with me or came at me the wrong way. Because now I'm not listening to shit you got to say.
Shoot. My first question would be what place did I finish in, first or last? If I finished in first, I don't know what accountability things you got with me because I finished in first.
Hey, Rob, hold on, Rob. We're gonna come back to you.
I don't understand.
Wait, nigga. Yo, you know what? But you
Mark,
for real though. You're not joking. Like you for real.
That Marcus.
Like that's the thing. This nigga's not joking.
No, he's not. He's being real.
I'm trying to tell you. Listen.
And if you can't respect that, your whole perspective is whack.
It was whack.
Yo, I'm telling you, man. On the job, Mark is different than just me outside, Mark. Like on the job is to be number one. Like that's it. That's the job. I mean, that's how you get the bonuses and the raises and all that shit is to be number one. I don't really know y'all motherfuckers like that. So yeah, I mean, we ain't friends. You know what I'm saying?
Escaping accountability.
No, because if somebody tries to come to me and they tell me, "Listen, Mark, you're doing a great job, but yeah, I mean, you could do this better," and then all I'm gonna do is just hold up the paperwork. Am I number one or not?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm number two, then you might could talk to me. But if I'm number one, I don't know what we're talking about.
That's disrespectful. That's just like somebody saying, "Okay, you gonna fire me or not?" But that means you got a whole attitude. You're not even hearing what they're saying to you. Just like, let's go, let's get it over with. Am I fired or not? Am I number one or not?
I mean, if I'm number two or number three, okay, I can listen to the constructive criticism or whatever. But I'm number one, I can't listen to it. I can't do it. Yeah, ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm number one. I'm the best. I'm the best in this place. I'm the best person you got.
So maybe somebody could respect you being number one, but not how you got to be number one.
Oh yeah, maybe. You know what I mean?
Just like
there's no fucking maybe about it, nigga.
Like I can respect you saying what you need to say to me to get your point across, but it's how you say it. Now, if you say it in a disrespectful manner, the wall is up. I don't hear you. Everything is blocked.
Yeah, that's how I am. You know what I'm saying?
But you just said, hold on. But you just said if somebody came to you and said, "Mark, you did a great job," but you was like, "Nigga, I'm number one, number two." No, nigga.
Yeah, but see the but part. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna tell me I do a great job? But no but. I just did a great job. You can end the sentence right there. That's a good sentence.
There is a but.
Yeah, Mark, leave it right
But
there.
that's you escaping accountability, Mark.
I guess so. I think so.
Y'all, Mark, I support you on this one, Mark. If you number
no,
one,
Sean. No, I will not let you. I will not let you do that.
Yeah.
Don't put the battery in this bag. Don't do that. We already
man.
We
do not feed the animal.
I see. This is why the entrepreneurial thing works for me. You know what I'm saying? You know, sky's the limit to whatever you're doing.
If you're not first, you're last. On Mark.
You know, you trying to be number one. That's it. Like
this motherfucker that was number one and ended up being at the bottom of the barrel, my nigga, because of how they got to be number one.
I don't recognize that. I just look at the accomplishment. I just look at the accomplishment. That's it.
Let's recognize it soon, because you don't want to be in your 50s or your 60s and then you hit rock bottom.
He doesn't care. Mark,
what the fuck is wrong with Mark?
Like, man, like I said, I think in like life is different than work. Like it ain't the same.
Yeah,
work is just work.
Yes,
like you know what I'm saying?
True.
That's just what it is. Like it's no feelings, it's cutthroat.
Right, Mark.
That's work. You know what I'm saying? Like
you see what Leo said? He said being number one means you can't learn anymore.
Yep. Well, on that particular job, no. I'm number one. I ain't learning no more. You know what I mean? I'm number one.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Why you got so many different jobs every time we turn around?
Hey, I gotta put my hands in shit. I gotta put my hands in shit all the time.
This nigga work at Nike. This nigga a chauffeur.
You ain't got no job, Tommy.
This nigga ride cars. Like, what you do, my nigga? Which one is it?
Hey, I gotta put my hands in everything. You know what I'm saying?
Got like everything.
Anybody else want to answer?
That nigga got like 15 W-2s and shit trying to find out.
Hey, rabbit hole. Y'all going down the rabbit hole.
Okay, so escaping accountability, right?
All right, y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead. I got
mentioned something earlier about deflection, right? And I think that a lot of times when someone is trying to escape accountability, that's the first thing they do is deflect or project, right? So when you have a situation like Mark saying, am I number one or number two, right? That's deflection. Like instead of saying or being able to receive the criticism, you just want to, like the person just wants to know, all right, am I good or am I not good, right? Because all that other stuff doesn't even matter. And there are nuances to things, right? There's different situations that nothing is some things are not completely, black or white. There is a little gray area, so things have to be explained. You're not perfect is a dig, right? Because nobody is, right?
Nobody is. You're absolutely right.
I ain't gonna hold you back real quick when you said that. Now I do be saying that. I tell motherfucker they not perfect because the way that they be talking to me, they talk to me like they perfect, and I do tell people that, like, yo. Like the way you coming at me right now is as if you are perfect and you're not.
But sometimes but you have to be able to separate that. Sometimes if somebody's giving you criticism about what you do, it is totally separate to how they are, right? So if a boss is telling you something that you did wrong at the job, it's not necessarily that they think that they're perfect. It could be. I'm not saying it doesn't always. Most of the time it could be. But in a situation like that, you have to understand that sometimes if you are giving criticism or giving an opposing thought about yourself, right? You're always going to, by default, you're always going to think positively about yourself. So when somebody comes and tells you the opposite of that, you're going to automatically want to reject it.
But let's get out of the work part.
Well, I never said that first last year.
Let's talk about personal relationships, like friends, family. Let's go there, because to receive stuff from a personal relationship is different from a superior at work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And intention matters. And intention matters. If somebody is telling you something, I am the believer, like when I hear a lot of y'all mention, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And mm-hmm. yes, that does really matter. But I like for people to be themselves. So if you are saying something to me, even while you're angry, if it resolves, I gotta eat that. So even if you're saying some shit to me while you pissed off, it's gonna be very difficult for me to receive, because I'm gonna automatically want to think you're only saying that because you're mad. But outside of that, I have to say there is some truth to what you're saying, even if you're saying it while you're mad. I tell my daughter all the time, when she wants to express herself to me, I don't always tell her to fix it first before she says it to me. I want her to say it to me as she is feeling it. That is the most authentic way. I would like for someone to say it to me the way they are feeling it. It's going to be tough. But if I am going to act in my integrity, I need you to do the same. So if you are pissed off and you're mad and you have to say it to me while you're mad, I'd rather you say it to me then than for you to give colorful words and fluff it and tell it to me some other way. Because I'm a big girl. It's going to hurt, but I would rather repair myself from the hurt than you try to fluff it and not tell me the real way, so that way I get what you're trying to say.
Oh, that's kind of rough right there.
Now I'm gonna look at you like that's how you really feel. That's how you think.
Real quick, I think that could be problematic simply because if you are telling somebody something and you're throwing emotion into it, they're not going to receive your message at all, because all they're thinking about is the fact that you're yelling at them or disrespecting them. They ain't receiving shit that you're saying. I've been in situations where I have been totally mad at motherfuckers, and I'm trying to get a point across, but I'm talking just like this because I know that once it turns into something they construe as disrespect, the entire conversation is going to go out of the window, and they're going to ignore, and that gives them pass. Even if you say some legitimate,
but that's why intention matters, because if I am upset, but I'm not, the intention is not to dig or to harm you, but I'm just saying it while I'm upset.
It's the other person's perception, though. That's
right. And perception is reality, right? So if perception is reality, if you're saying it to me fucked up, I'm gonna take it fucked up, right? Yes, I understand.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't mean in doing that I'm going to allow the person to disrespect me. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, when you have to say something that the other person is not going to receive, yes, there is a such thing as tact. You have to use tact when you're dealing with certain people, especially a person who is not going to take what you say. That's just that is no problem. But there is a way to do it while you have that feeling without being disrespectful and still having tact. That's where the respect comes in. I'm going to respect you enough to still tell you what I need to tell you. I'm upset, but I'm still going to respect you enough not to be disrespectful or tactless while I say it, but I still gotta say it.
So I'm the exact. I'm the opposite. Like you rare, because once that fucking decibel, you even gotta be angry. Once that decibel go above a certain level, I'm automatically cut you off. It's just like I'm Charlie Brown. Want. That's all the fuck I hear. So we gotta talk. We gotta have regular conversation. Or that shit. I'm not gonna receive it.
I think I'd rather calm down.
If I'm yelling,
I think I'd rather calm down first.
If I'm angry because something happened or you did some dumb shit, or I'm looking out for you and I say, I'm telling you this shit because I fucking love you type shit. I'm looking out for you. That's different.
Yeah.
I think I read it.
You don't give a fuck, motherfucker. I can't respect that.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody that says that to you is being disrespectful. Somebody that respects you, that has default respect for you, is not going to say it to you like that. That's what I'm trying to say. There is a way that you can still get your point across, in the authentic emotion without being disrespectful. That's where you gotta have eloquent speech. You gotta
don't have that ability though.
I get what you're saying. I'm just saying that I rather that person be calm and I'll be calm before we talk about this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, if she hype or I'm hype, yeah, you know, it's gonna be some shit that gets said that's that might sound a little crazy. Like, so it's better, you know what I mean, for her to be calm for me. You know what I'm saying? Now, Becca, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you got something that you do that's totally different. You know what I mean? And that works for you. That's great. I'm just saying, for me, I'd rather be calm and I'd rather her be calm, because the only person I could take ever yelling and screaming at me is my mom. That's about it. Anybody else yelling, screaming at me, I
really fuck with what Jamal is saying here, because this happens. I mean, you do have people out there, you can be talking to them just like this.
Yeah.
And they're gonna shut down anyway because they're escaping accountability. And they feel that they're gonna that's that fight or flight type deal, whereas they're flighting. They might sit right in front of you, but they fucking power down like a fucking Terminator out this bitch when their batteries run out.
Well, what were you saying to him calm though? You could have been saying hitting them with some rights and lefts on the calm, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, it could have been calm, but I'm just saying.
Rob said something, made a comment about 20 comments ago, and he said it depends on who's saying it. So when
that's absolutely true.
What Jamal just said, most people can't comprehend when you speak calmly. If they can't comprehend when you speaking calmly, that means is somebody they're not really willing to take information or critique or any kind of construction from. So sometimes message will get lost, and we talked about this last year. A lot of times the message will get lost depending on the messenger if you don't respect the messenger.
Which is why I said if the respect has to be there, because you could be very pissed off and be calm. You don't have to always be yelling when you're upset. But that again has to deal with control, right? So there's a couple things that factor into this situation. You have to have control over yourself. You have to have tact. You have to respect the person that you're talking to and still be able to tell them something that opposes what they automatically think about themselves. Constructive criticism does not always have to come angrily. It doesn't have to come with a high voice. It doesn't have to come with your outside voice. You don't have to be pointing or yelling or digging or being disrespectful. You can do all those things and still get your point across. So that would, because what happens for me, this is just me. Most of the time when you try to stop yourself and calm down, yes, you do that for a reason. But that can sometimes that doesn't come across to the person as it should. Because you're saying it so calmly, they don't realize how fucking pissed off you are. I'm pissed off. But because I'm not yelling, you don't think I'm that pissed off. I need you to know I'm this pissed off. So I'm going to tell you. But there is still a way to do it.
If you got to yell at a motherfucker and that's the only way they take it, then
right,
yeah, that's not good either. That's somebody you really don't want to communicate with.
I want to go back. I want to go back to what you said, Merv, earlier, as far as even if the person is calm and they talk to you like this, and you still not receiving their message because you don't respect them, is, to me, I think if somebody is spitting some truths based on quantifiable data and stuff that they see, unless it's a double, unless what they're saying to you is like a double standard, like all the shit they're telling you to do, they're not doing, I think you have every right to tune them out. But just based off of the fact, if you don't respect them for other reasons not pertaining to the exact topic, I think it's unfair to kind of like tune somebody out when they're giving you constructive criticism and you lack respect for them just off of the strength that you don't like them or you lack respect for them.
Oh, let me point something else out, right? Let me point something else out real quick. When somebody offers constructive criticism, right? See, when they kind of do something, but they're also like, all right, look, I'm telling you this, right? But look, I got another method for you. You know what I'm saying? That's going to work even better, right? don't offer the criticism if you don't got no solution right behind that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like if I give constructive criticism, I ain't going to just be like, yo, man, look, you kind of really sucked at this though. You wasn't really good. You know what I mean? But I don't even give you no solution to be better. I think some people will do that. They won't give you no solution to be better.
Mark, that's the best shit you said all year. That's the most sense you made. That made a lot of sense. That I agree. No, 100%. I'm fucking with you, but I 100% agree. Like if you going to address the problem, you know, a lot of the time people address the problem and be like, okay, how can I fix it? But I don't know. But yeah, if you're going to address a problem, or you think it is a problem, it does make it better if you come up with a solution as well, a suggested solution to it. So I do agree with you there. That could.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like we're here. Okay, this is where we at. What's the solution? But Stacks, I love what you said. I was in the back, but I heard what you said when you.
Thank you very much, Tina B. There's always going to be those outliers, those one-offs and stuff like that. But if it's something that's like clear cut, that doesn't require a solution, like an expanded like solution, like it's just as simple as motherfucker.
Put the toilet seat down.
Yeah, shit like that. Or fucking time. Shit like that. The solution
is the toilet seat down.
I'm just saying that's simple, right? I mean, that don't take no like a big way of thinking. It's just put that motherfucker down. Like, you know what I mean? That's all.
This is just me thinking, but I think that a lot of people find a way to fucking deflect, distract, and get out of being called on their shit. It's problematic, man. Especially
Stacks.
When
you exactly right, though. You know, like even if you offer somebody constructive criticism, sometimes they'll try to throw some shit that you did, like I don't know, like before back in the day in your face. Like
the trick attack, Mark. Like
so it's like, yo, like you know, like all right, yo, you know what? You know what I'm saying? When you do this, could you do it like, you know what I mean, this next time? Yo, I remember last year, you know what I mean, when you was on that bullshit, boy. What about that? Like, like people will do that shit though.
That's whack.
Seriously. People will do that shit.
I cannot take constructive criticism from somebody who's not being constructive themselves. I can't.
It's profound, but I like it.
Damn.
But I do believe the most important thing. Somebody said it either in the comments up here. Like it is how you give and how you speak and how you say when you're giving that message. Because if you come off assholish, or if you come off judgmental, or if you come off like you're perfect, it's not even if you're talking calmly, it's not gonna be received. Like you're not perfect or judgmental. You come out a certain kind of way, it's not gonna be received well as well. So it's actually it works both. You know, the receiver gotta be willing to receive, and also the person that's giving the message gotta know how to give the message.
Right.
So for the ultimate communication, the receiver and the giver have to be in partnership and know each other and know how to give that message to make it, to raise the percentage of that person receiving, and that person gotta be able to receive it.
That's a lot of fucking work.
But respect and intention
like a lot of fucking work.
What you mean?
Well, it is, cousin. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Well, communication is hard. Communication is one of the easiest, hardest shit we do in fucking life.
Yes,
so it's a lot of work to effectively communicate is a lot of work. That's why divorces happen. That's why friendships end. That's why family members fall out. Lack of communication, that shit is hard.
And that's why people quit their jobs.
I think it's more so. I think it's more so. Merv, I disagree. I think it's more so people unwillingness to take accountability. That's where we differ.
Yeah.
But like,
if you not being able to take accountability makes communication hard.
Still gotta be able. Like you still gotta be able to talk to that person in a certain way. Just like somebody said, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So if the way you say is not gonna be received well, then you're part of that person. Part of the problem too. They might not want to admit it, but like both of them, you gotta go hand in hand. It's almost like a partnership to effectively communicate.
my thing is, don't just keep pointing the finger like you while you're giving me constructive criticism. So you say, don't keep doing that. Like, you know, when you are explaining something to somebody, you sometimes what you should do is use yourself as an example to get your point across. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're saying, oh, I feel like you should stop cutting school. You need to stay in school. Don't fuck up like I did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you just keep saying you, and you need to stop and you need to go to school and this and the third, but the person is like, okay, why are you saying this to me? Some people need an explanation as to why or where you're coming from. So it would help more once you give them a part of you and share a part of your story. Or, oh yeah, you gotta fix this. I ain't gonna hold you. I fucked up too.
Yeah,
that's what you come out to Stacks as far as taking accountability. Like that person that's giving that constructive criticism, take accountability for what you did too. Like, don't just you.
Oh, Tina, I definitely agree. You know, if you're gonna explain some shit to me, you need to explain your part too. You know what I mean? Shoot, don't just point at me. Explain some shit you went through. You know what I mean? So we get a connect going. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question though, you guys. I got a quick question. What if the person is brought in to give you that particular type of criticism? They don't have to tell you anything about the experience outside of you. Like, let's say somebody is doing a particular job and I'm the expert at that job, and I'm coming in to tell them what they did wrong. I don't got to tell them because I fucked up too, because what if I didn't fuck up? What if I didn't? What if I can't relate, but I can still give you whatever information that you need to make you do it better?
Oh, I get that part.
Here's the thing. We keep resorting back to work and a job, but when you're dealing with personal relationships, friends, family, it's different because you know this person. I don't know my boss. I don't know their outside life. Would it help if they wanted to share that? Cool. It would help. They don't have to. You're right. But personally, I know you personally. I know my mom. I know my dad. I know my cousins. I know my friends. I know their story. So who the fuck is you to keep saying you to me?
Well, here's the other thing, right? And every person, you gotta, if you want to be an effective communicator, especially if it's one-on-one, you gotta learn what's the best way. Because if I'm like, let's say Becca, Stacks, Sean, Mark, and Tina, if I'm trying to get a message to each one of y'all, I probably can't tell Sean. I probably can't give Sean the way I give Sean the message and trying to give him something that may be constructive. I can't translate that same message to him the way I do to Mark, or the way I do to Tina, or the way I do to Becca, or the way I do to Stacks. Like with one of y'all, I might need to be direct as fuck because that's what you respect. Somebody else, I may need to put a little damn okay. If it was me, blah 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 blah. With somebody else, I may need to. So you also sometimes you got to figure out what's the best way to give that message.
True.
And that comes from knowing. That comes from as a supervisor or a boss. You need to know your employees.
True.
If you want to talk about that, and there are ways to get to know your employees. It don't got to be deep or whatever. And as in a personal relationship, you need to know the type of person you're dealing with because everybody's not the same.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's the same thing. Even in personal relationship, you still got to know between your friends and your family how to communicate with them.
Like Stacks, how many times do me and you talk and I have to tell you, don't sugarcoat it, don't reword it, just say it how you feel it? Because I already know, because please do not take this the wrong way, anybody listening to me. I am different. So there are times where people would automatically, because I am a female, will want to sugarcoat it and water it down because they're not sure how I'm going to react. And I always have to say, don't do that.
Okay.
Tell it to me how you feel. I tell
you gotta remember that
several times. Just say it how you thinking it. Because I already know it's not direct towards me. It's just something that you're saying, whether it's a conversation or not. It don't even have to be criticism. It could just be a regular conversation. Just say it plain. Just say it plain, please. Because for me, if you try to find different words to express how you are truly feeling, if you are not eloquent enough in your speech, you may not find the right words to get the point across. And I may not get what you're saying because you switched it up. Just say it how you feel it.
Let me give you an example.
All right, so Stacks, wait.
Let me give you an example. So Becca like it raw and uncut, but you still could get your message across raw and uncut, respectfully. So if Becca say, Tina, this, women always going at it with each other. So Becca say, Tina, give it to me raw and straight, but we're communicating with each other properly. I could sit there and say, Becca, I feel like sometimes you a bitch. Do you see how I'm about to show you the other way. The other way is, you was a fucking bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Like, do you see the difference?
Right. Both are horrible.
They both are. But me just saying, Tina, talk to me, tell me how you really feel, and we establish a line of communication to have this conversation right now. Then that's different from me saying, Becca, sometimes I feel like you're a bitch, rather than me and her arguing and I'm just coming out. We didn't establish like, let's sit down and talk. We just going at it, and I'm like, yo, you's a bitch. It's different. It's gonna be received differently. So
Becca, she just like kind of give it to me straight, right? Like, look, Becca, this tater salad you made ain't really hit. Like, I'm being honest. Like, got raisins in it and shit. Like, this joint ain't hit.
That opens up a line. Y'all done already established a line of communication. So if I say I feel like you're acting like a bitch, now she could say, well, Tina, why do you feel this way?
Yep. And
but if I'm coming at her like, bitch, she gonna like,
y'all send me a fucking instruction manual from each of y'all how to fucking communicate, because this
you already know how I am, Stack. You don't need one from me.
If somebody just come out the bag, no line of communication, we didn't sit down and say we was gonna talk and you just come at me, I'm gonna go into defense mode. Like, who the fuck you talking to?
Right.
Oh man, shoot, Tina, we ain't outlined that. You was coming at me like that anyway. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about?
She's just messing with you.
Listen, like,
but I mean, but again, that's why what Merv said earlier is important. Communication is it goes both ways, and it is something that you have to do daily. Because let's say one day I'm in my feelings and I want you to give it to me raw and uncut on Tuesday, but some shit happened to me on Wednesday. Wednesday's not a good damn day. And you come and want to give it to me raw and uncut on Wednesday, it might not be taken the same. So, you have to communicate. It's an action word. You have to do it daily, every day. If you ask anybody that have had long-standing friendships or have had the same job for a while or have had to deal with the same person for many, many years on whatever capacity, you will know, and they will be able to tell you that the way that you've had to communicate with that person has changed throughout the years. That's why you have to actively do it on a daily basis, and it changes. Somebody in my 20s, you couldn't say whatever to me. I would be like, nah, you gotta fix how you say that. Fix that and come back to me some other time and say it. But now, say it to me how you feel it. So I know exactly, like, damn, if I pissed you off that much, hey, I'm just kind of mad. I didn't like what you did, or what you did was fucked up. It's two different emotions. If I need you to know that you fucked up, I'm not gonna tell you, hey, what you did to me wasn't right. I'm gonna tell you fucked up.
And you know what? I've had a conversation with somebody before, is that they were trying to give a message, they were trying to get a point across, and the way they were trying to get the point across, I'm like, yo, that's not gonna be the best way to get a point across. And it was like, man, fuck that, the blah blah. Like, look, let me ask you a question, serious question. What's more important, you saying how you want to say it, or you actually getting that, or you actually making that point? Which one's more important to you? And then it was like making a point, getting the point across. All right, then worry about getting the point across instead. You just want to say it how you want to say it. So that's what you ask yourself: what's more important, getting this message across, or you saying just how you think you should say it, regardless?
Yeah. Because that happens a lot in arguments. People don't really argue to get a resolution. They just want to win. They want to get. Right. They want to be able to.
Right. Exactly.
I got you. They have the last word to say, okay, whatever you feel, it don't matter. I'm gonna end it, and this is where it's gonna stop.
That shit, and it don't end, because if I feel like I didn't get my point across, I'm gonna be bothered.
And the whole shit is wasted, and it should just elevated, and it's worse than what it was in the beginning.
Right. I may not be able to get my point across right if I got to remix it for your feelings. And that doesn't say fuck your feelings, but I got to get this out the way I'm feeling it so that you understand where we at.
Yeah. But I mean, if I look at it like this, if you my people,
disrespectful, like Tina said, without
I ain't gonna be disrespectful to you. Not now. I mean, maybe then, but not now.
All right, y'all. Let's put a nice bow on this one, and let's go around the horn.
It's almost 11:00.
Yeah.
I mean, all right. Well, since Stacks put together, I already knew we was gonna hit the 3-hour mark. I already drank my coffee right before the goddamn podcast.
But you got some nerve.
Yeah.
But screen time is your ass be having, man. You got a problem. You of all people don't have a problem being on a 3-hour podcast, nigga. So stop it.
This is the not respectful part of the show.
Show some respect. That's what we're talking about here. But anyway, man, we're gonna get up out of it, man. Good show, always good when the whole crew is together. Do some parting shots. I'm gonna let let's see, Itty Bitty Money, Tina B. What you got for everybody, the people out there?
Well, y'all know I always say the same shit. I'm just happy to be here. I be missing y'all. So, I mean, this was great. Y'all be getting into some deep shit. So I'll be liking them deep ass conversations. And then a lot of times, if y'all notice, I'm actually quiet because I really be trying to take in what y'all be saying when y'all be having these deep ass conversations. Then I jump in where I can, and then I be quiet again because some of that shit I be like, well, that's me. Like, ooh, maybe I need to fix that. Maybe I need to change that. And then it's like therapy. I be like, yeah, Becca, I do that. Yeah, I got Napoleon syndrome. That's me. And then I'll hear what y'all got to say, and I'll be like, oh, God, I might need to work on myself some more. Like, so I enjoy it. It's great therapy for people out there that may need to hear it, and even for myself. So that's what I got.
Bet that up. Mark. Actually, no, Becca, go ahead. The ladies go first.
I enjoy this. I agree with Tina. When we all get together and we get to express ourselves, it's always a good thing.
Yourself.
Right. One thing my only parting word would be, if you want to be communicated with properly, you have to learn how to properly communicate. If that makes sense. So if you want it done to you, you got to be able to do it too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mark.
Well, I'm gonna say like this, right? Getting a little older, winning isn't everything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's nice, but it isn't everything, because here's the thing, like, if you kind of carry yourself like that through life, right, then you're not going to work well with others. Even if you win it, you ain't going to work well with others, and other people will not want to work with you, and you don't want to be that guy that had that reputation. You know what I'm saying? Being a person who had that reputation, you don't want to have that reputation wherever you go. You know what I'm saying? Because that can just affect other shit down the line. You know what I'm saying? And it's all right to be confident. It's all right to hold your head high, but when you have others under you, right? Whether you coaching them, supervising them, or whatever, you don't want to coach them like that, because they're going to feel like, shit, I'm the best. And can't nobody tell me nothing. And as long as I'm, number one, that's all that matters. But it's more to it than winning. You know what I'm saying? I had to hear that, from my dad before he had passed. Is more to life than winning. You know what I'm saying? And I never really understood that until afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So even if you're doing good on your job and you're doing good in life or whatever, you still gotta, take those other things into account and try to be, a better man and be the best person you could be.
All right, Mark. Okay. Merv.
Show no love. Love will get you killed.
This motherfucker right here, man.
We were doing so good. We were doing so good.
We was almost there.
Yeah, that was me, man. I felt that.
We was almost fucking there. The Merv had to show up.
Yo, we talk about goddamn loyalty, integrity, and respect.
And accountability.
What happened?
Accountability.
Oh, and kind of yeah, he did throw that shit in the at the end.
Damn. Shit, my bad. Fuck.
Oh yeah, so man, all four of those things are vital for any successful relationship. Whether it is marriage, whether it's manager, employee, whether it's a partner, two partners in a business, whether it's motherfuckers on a podcast.
Oh God. Very unnecessary, but continue.
and any kind of fucking relationship, personal or business, you need integrity, you need loyalty, you need respect and accountability. You gotta be able to receive it. You also gotta know how to give it. You also gotta know how to show it, and you gotta know how to reciprocate. And that's for any relationship to be successful, personal or business wise. Boom.
Damn, that boom came out of nowhere. Thank you for your feedback. Sean
reads Cliff Notes.
Yeah, good for the night.
You write down notes?
That nigga reads the Bill Cosby Cliff Notes.
Nah, good show tonight.
That's it, motherfucker.
Y'all hit everything else. You never left me.
That's it. He was waiting for one of your normal Sean wrap ups, like you know what I'm saying. Like he's waiting for
to take digs at everybody as well. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we don't need that shit tonight.
You did a whole Russell Simmons. Like
Sean said, "New year, new me, new you."
Hopefully he's grown and he learned how, and he has integrity. He learned how to respect people, So I think we good to go. But anyway, great show.
He trying to change it up after that post that we all agreed that's Sean and shit.
Oh my God! I like that. I think Sean went back and told the kid happy birthday, right? The kid from the basketball court. Yeah. All right. Got it.
He was a terrible human being, but that's neither here nor there. Shout out to Facebook.
Hey, Sean, it's my birthday.
Fuck out of here. Yeah. I'm your father's son. Already got a kid. Fuck out of my face.
Trying to tell you, man.
That kid went out and robbed somebody right after Sean shunned him. Damn.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I'm trying to tell you. See, it was after Ghost got killed. You know what I mean? They started acting like this. Before that, Sean was all right. Yeah. Like
let's
after Ghost got killed, I don't know.
Nice little bonus thing. Shout out to everybody out there on Facebook Live. Some of y'all stuck with us to the very end. We got the loyal people that's always out there. We got Rika. We got the fellas from the Man Cave podcast out there too. You got Leo.
Shout out.
You got Jamal. You had Sam in the comments. You had some Russian KGB spies that was commenting that we had to block real quick because we ain't in the best relationship with Russia right now. I don't know if y'all peeped that.
Big Rob. Shout out to Big Rob.
Shout out to cousin Rob. Always holding it down. Shout out to everybody out there on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Blackjack TV channel 199. Bobby Blackjack come through. Shout out to our faithful listeners out there on 1 Mile High Radio, our partners in the front and in the back. We hit y'all across the head once again next week. Sunday, Mel coming back at a Sunday, right? I don't know if she's on Super Bowl Sunday, but I don't know what type of views that we Super Bowl Sunday. I know I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not watching this shit. I'm watching the game. But that's neither here nor there. But we got Mel coming at you Sunday. We got the Vibes coming at you on Monday. We got the Merv Tazar show, and we right back here next week, same time, same channel. And that's it, y'all. Let's get the fuck up out of here. Peace.
And we let him off the hook.
Peace, y'all.